It's only been a couple of fucking weeks. The shit that fucking irks me is no more in its previous incarnation. But that doesn't stop these motherfuckers from trying to offend the fuck out of everybody and make their points. It's time for Nothing Sacred with Maxwell Silverhammer and Cruise Control. And I am fucking Maxwell fucking Silverhammer.
And I am fucking Cruise Control, bitches.
And we've got a reverse identity crisis going on. It's time for Nothing Sacred. What's going on, motherfuckers out there?
Oh, man, dude, it feels good to be back.
It feels good to be back.
But yes, it feels good to be back.
Who are these guys? Who are these guys?
I don't know. Some assholes from like 10 years ago, right?
I don't think it really
sounds like it.
We're gonna have
Whoa.
10 years ago, actually. That is basically literally from November 8th,
2015. Yep.
That was hilarious.
And we talk about some of your stupid friends. We talk about some of the stupid shit going on in society. So nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's all the same shit from 10 years ago, right? Except we have picked up Louie and we have picked up Koala.
Oh yeah, because this is the Nothing Sacred shrink wrap, think rap with Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer,
and I'm Louie Loke, and Koala will show up later.
Yep, Koala will be joining us later. So
so we are celebrating our at least
10-year anniversary.
And on that show we had 35 views still.
Oh, damn. So here it was. So it currently now it still has 35 views.
Yes, we've averaged 3.5 views per year.
I like it, man. I like it.
Hey, you might get a 36 viewer. I don't think I've even seen it yet. So
okay. No. Well, everybody go to our channel and check out that November 8th of 2015 show, man. That's our first.
It's very, very topical because the world has not changed at all since then.
Man, I know, right?
Man, it's just
wow. I wonder what you guys were talking about then.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about. We were talking about like parents who treat their kids like. I was listening to a little bit of it, so it's the same old stuff.
Same shit we bitch about now, right?
Yeah, same stuff.
Well, I was tripping off the old music that we were using, man. Like the old song that we did. One of your Zoomer songs, I think, originally, right?
It was a song called "Reason to Run," but yeah, it was, and I can't believe I didn't realize we had it that long ago. That's like fucking 10 years ago. I thought I got that song like 17 or 18. So
but how were you able to play it while you were talking?
No, I was using a program like a stereo. I don't know what the hell I was doing back then.
That's right. We weren't using Zoom back then, were we? We were using.
We were using was
it Hangout? Google Hangout or Skype? It was Skype. That's right.
Skype and Hangout.
Gotcha.
Yeah, back in the day, the old Skypes.
Damn, that was wow.
Yeah, fucking 10 years ago, though, man. We've done. I don't know how many shows we've done since then, but it's a lot. Probably 100.
Probably about 500.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's here. Oh,
look at that. Here's Koala. Koala, welcome to the party.
You didn't miss much at all. You didn't miss much at all.
Yes. Yeah. We were talking. We showed a little bit of our first show. I'm sure Koala's still getting the mic set up because that takes a moment.
Yeah, it's kind of an ass ram. We're gonna click this.
Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna turn something off on the Zoom myself.
Oh, do we want our intro music too, man? Or are we
we're good.
We good? Yeah, we introed it the only introic way we could, huh?
Yeah, the only introic way we could. It was the first show that we did on. Now we obviously did a fucking decade worth of shows on Shit Irks Me, but the first Nothing Sacred show.
Yeah, well, we've done a decade worth of shows of Nothing Sacred too.
I know.
Now
we picked up.
Well, I know.
And we picked up Louie and Koala.
From then, and then we've done a lot more interviews, obviously, than we used to do.
Oh fuck yeah, and better interviews too. I mean, remember in Shit That Irks Me, I got some people sometimes that I was like, why did I let this fucker come on?
That whole goddamn setup was funny. Gotta love George, but ouch, man.
Yeah, I know now looking back, right? It was kind of an ouch.
You're going,
yeah, totally. So, but
so are we interviewing you guys then? So what exactly prompted you to? No,
oh no,
no,
that would be gay.
That would be boring.
Yeah, exactly. That would be boring and gay. Although we could talk, let you guys up.
It would be goring.
Exactly.
Goring. Oh, by the way, I just found out there's an Indian festival called Goraba where they actually smear shit all over each other's faces.
Oh no.
Really?
So this is what these Dune
Oh.
Coons do, man. They
Yeah,
have,
but see, if we had that party, it'd be called the decade of defecation. Yeah.
Not decade of decadence.
Defecation.
defecation.
Right.
Defecation.
What?
but
You
not
know?
but not decade of decadence.
Yeah, it's-
like Motley Crue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't have feces, we have faces.
Oh, God.
Yes. Decorate your dental work, man. I'll tell you.
Decorate your dental work. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
God.
So
your gritty, shitty grin.
Are you happy you came?
Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna just
oh well, you know, maybe
bow out
later.
gracefully.
I'm
I
gonna
was
just go
telling-
back. I'm gonna just call my mom and just be like, I'm coming back. I'm just gonna
So
get
what
in the
did-
car
what-
and hang out with the Mormons. That's
What,
it.
what'd you
That's it.
tell your mom? I got a podcast to do, Mom. I got a podcast. I got to get out of here, bro. How did you?
No, actually, no. Her birthday was Wednesday.
Oh, you guys
last
celebrated
Wednesday,
tonight.
and then so she does her Mormon temple thing on the Wednesday where she goes and volunteers, and then, so that's down in Oakland, and I'm up in Novato.
Ah.
She gets home around 3-ish because they go early in the morning, 3 or 4. I don't get off work till 6, so
Oh.
for her to come back down didn't make a lot of sense unless she wanted to. So we just did dinner Saturday, and I had some stuff to do up her way today, errands and then other visits I need to make and appointments, and so we just did an early dinner.
Oh, okay.
And so so actually it worked out fine. Yeah.
Oh,
Now
nice.
We're all back
Nice.
here.
Well,
where we
speaking
belong.
of Mormons, Texas Tech kicked the shit out of BYU today.
All right.
Oh, well.
I just
Whoa.
brag a little bit.
Okay. All
Oh.
right. Wow.
Well, good for
Texas.
y'all, man.
Texas Tech, huh? You're a Texas
Uh-huh.
Tech fan,
Texas
dude.
Tech.
Fucking
Could
Yeah.
they come up
Yes.
with a better name?
One, I've gotten my degrees from that school. Two,
Oh,
I work
shit.
at that school.
Oh
Why-
shit.
why- so
All right.
you want to be called Juan? Who's Juan? Oh.
Juan.
Juan and dos.
You said
and
Juan. You said Juan.
I did not say Juan.
dos. One thing I have to tell you.
One thing.
Texas
But-
Tech.
By the funny. So it's funny. The picture of our first.
By
show.
the funny.
What? Yeah, what's
By
the
the
picture
funny.
on there? What
By
is
the funny. We all talk straight now. By the
Ah,
funny.
yeah, we all have accents.
By the funny.
By the funny.
What's the what's the
Thank
picture
you
we
very much, America.
what
All right,
picture did we use for the first show? What do
we had a picture of a cow.
Does
with
it
a
matter to you,
halo.
Max?
It's interesting.
He
Yeah,
cares.
it's interesting.
He cares.
I mean,
It was a cow with a halo over its head, like nothing sacred.
oh wow. Okay. Cow with a
Yeah.
halo over its head. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
So
We've moved
Oh,
on
the sacred
since
cow.
You
So-
messed with the
so I wanna
the
see-
sacred cow of the Indian of the
We've gone
Indians.
we've come very far since then, you know?
So back to the shit
But I'm
festival.
bum.
Oh, the shit festival?
Yeah, since we're back to India.
yeah,
Okay.
Circle back.
real quick before we go into that, I just want you guys. Can you hear this?
That
Oh,
would mean people
that was-
actually
yeah.
listen to the fucking
Oh,
thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can hear it.
We can hear it.
Okay, so I need to figure out how to stop that. That's what I'm trying to stop. So
Oh, you can stop
Uh,
sharing if you want to.
yeah, I don't know where the thing is. For oh, there it is. Hold on.
Very.
Yay. There it is.
I'm trying to find. Either way, keep talking, and I'll try to
Yeah,
find.
you need
All right,
you
keep
need to,
digging.
you need to learn the keyboard commands. Then you can just hit keyboard commands. instead
Right,
of
like Control
using your-
Shift M or whatever the fuck you do.
Takes work. I don't want to do that shit, man. Fuck.
Are you using a PC? What are you using?
I'm using a PC.
I think it's like Control Shift S, like like screen sharing. The
Oh.
S.
Does that still work even if you're not using JAWS?
Oh yeah.
I think it's
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll find out. Either way, I'll figure it out. So yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, smearing shit on their faces. Let's
Yeah, Goraba, man. It's it's their little Dune Coon festival. So now I
Goraba?
should start. But if they start, which by the way, guys, I want to tell you, Koala and Cruise Control, I've all week I have not answered robocalls. I matter of fact, I put my phone on silent.
Ooh, I heard about that
We need to
issue.
get you. Wow, that's
I
good
actually,
job.
I
Good
actually
job.
listened. I actually listened to the
You,
last podcast.
you listened to that episode. That's right. You
I
did.
did.
You did.
Good
Yep. 'Cause-
job. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
so-
get you a chip.
And because of that, I caught the Suno bug. I'm like, you know what? You
Oh,
guys are having
that's where
fun
you
over.
got into Suno from that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, from
Oh,
the show.
I was
You guys
wondering.
influenced me.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, let me see what this is all about. This sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, that's where you got. Okay, because that's right. And I did say when I told you did this song, and you're like, didn't you play that last episode? And I'm like, no, you're thinking of Bleed. I made another song called C-Tard, which is for sighted people this time. So I was telling Louie about that.
C-tard.
A C-Tard, yeah, like
Yeah.
SEE-Tard.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, right. See now we get the C-Tard.
Yeah, there's a Bleed-Tard and a C-Tard. So there's two kinds. Because every sighty isn't a C-Tard. You know that.
No.
So, of course.
But there are some definite. Yeah, definite C-tards.
Definite C-Tards. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Totally. So there you go.
Where they're
That's a
looking right at it and they can't see it. They just like, what's going on?
Or just they're just stupid and they
say dumb things to you because you're blind. Like do they? I actually had somebody say this to me one time. Do you have tape on your walls at your house? And I said, why would I have tape on my walls? And they said, well, so you don't bang into the corners. And I'm like, what?
But what if you?
No. What you have is you have like these you have tape wrapped around newspaper, and so it's like these padded little areas on each corner that you.
Yeah.
Well, they have those things, those like foam.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
corner
soundproofing
things that they put on. Well, no, don't they put them on walls?
I don't know. I need those sometimes, so I don't know if those would be a bad thing all the time.
Yeah. I'm feeling like I'm trying to think where they have them, but they have them on corners of walls. They're like these foam things that go on the corner. Well, no shit. Wow, koala. Jesus.
Well, really, they go around the corner. You don't.
We're all having the problem with the words today.
I thought they go on the ceiling.
Wow.
Speak the words, folks.
Just realize how stupid that sounded. Okay.
It's 10 years of we've developed dementia in 10 years.
10 years of excellence personified.
They have them on the corners of the walls. They go on the corners. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm turning into my dad. I remember he had this box of C's candy, and he says, "I like the assorted kind because there's a whole assortment in there." And I'm like, "Shit, Dad, yeah."
Very, very profound.
Yeah,
I like the
profound.
assortment kind because there's an assortment. Yes.
It happens a lot in improv too. It's like, well, that thing's amazing. Yeah, that there is awesome. That there thing right there is just amazing thing that there is.
Just
the fuck is it?
That their thing's amazing. It's amazing. Well, what is amazing? That thing. Yeah.
It. Yeah, but they have them. I don't know where they put them on corners of walls in certain places. That's what I was trying to get at. Is that I'm not sure if it's like medical offices or I don't know. I'll have to. Now I can't even think.
Well,
how have you guys not known about these things?
Because we don't.
Somebody
need
know. I don't need them either. I know about them.
Well, because that's what this person
real.
asked me though. They said, "Well, do you have tape on your walls at your house so you don't walk into the corners?" And I'm like, "What is this? Bitch, stupid?" So,
but why would that even?
That wouldn't help.
Because
you'd still walk into the corner.
You'd still walk into the corner. It's like, what would the tape? Unless they're talking about,
you wouldn't get as bruised.
Yeah.
Unless they're talking about like literally having tape from wall to wall, so that it's like a little it's like a little thing that you can trail.
That you can't.
Yeah, like
you trail the wall.
Yeah,
maybe shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what they meant. But
what
I mean,
you should have said is you put it on the
stupid.
wrong way and you kept sticking to it. It's just, fucking.
Well,
that's pretty funny.
I like Louie's idea of like crime scene tape to follow it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of lead you around the house.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe that's what they mean. I mean, I get what they mean, but it's still stupid. I still think it's.
But
dumb.
then, what would you do with your furniture? You'd have to tape your furniture. You'd have
to tape everything. You have to.
Of course, everything would have tape on it. Your tape on your TV, tape on your shower.
God, if you had stairs, then you'd have to tape the stairs.
Oh, totally.
Fall down the stairs.
Oh yeah, that was That was the greatest. That was the
We
greatest
live in
hit
one room.
from
Good
from
Lord.
an old board op from the shit that irks me days. Actually, asked me that question on the air. That was a shit that irks me question.
They asked you what? What did they ask you?
She was a
that
board op. She was
particular
the one that
question?
asked me about the tape on the walls.
Oh my
She was like in her
gosh.
20s, you know. And so I'm kind of like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Gen
pretty
Z.
sure that's what that meant, though. It's still stupid. It's
totally.
still, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying that's probably what she meant.
Probably so.
Some way to like go from place to place without bumping into stuff, like
Maybe by
trailing
the
tape
tape
all over the all over the place.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Imagine doing that job. Got to tape the whole house up so you can get around your house.
Well,
where you're going.
What's funny is
like arrows.
Koala thought the same exact thing, like police tape all over the place.
Right.
Police tape blocking you off.
Yeah, to follow the tape. You know what I'm saying? Follow the police tape.
Oh, sorry.
What happened? You ran into the wall. I went past the tape.
Oh yeah, the
you weren't
tape,
supposed
man.
to do that. Who took the tape off?
I think you know what? Somebody cut that piece of tape right there, so that's why I didn't. It totally fucked me up. So I need to have somebody come over and retape it for me. You know?
Well, because you can't retape it.
No,
right?
No.
You
I
might run into the wall while you're taping it. You
don't have that capacity. No,
I have to have my retard repair squad come out and tape it for me. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do that for me.
In the meantime, I'll just stand right here. So that I can't get anything.
I'll just stand in the same place until they come over to tape it.
Oh man, what a mess!
Oh man.
Oh yeah. So shit. What else, man? What else, guys?
Oh man, just I don't know. The world, the comets are supposed to be coming in. All this crazy shit. Everything's supposed to be happening all at once. These people, it's funny. Like I watch these videos on YouTube, and they're always like something's gonna happen soon. And then it's like I realize that I've watched these videos of something's gonna happen soon for like 4 years.
Right.
That's it. They always say it's gonna happen. It's coming. And it's like all these like this now. It's this fucking 3-Eye Atlas thing where it's supposed to be like it's acting different than every other comet. And
boy,
it's just and it's I guess it's all the news everywhere now because I don't think there's any difference between like mainstream media and YouTube news anymore.
I don't think so. I think you're right. I think it's all fear mongering, stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
well, what's crazy is that they tell us this. And it's almost like, why are you telling us if we can't avoid it anyway? So like, all you're just basically doing is telling us, hey, yeah, you're probably gonna die in about 2 weeks because this thing is coming. They
have a duty to warn, though, Louie Loke, man. They're duty to warn. That goes.
See, I think that
duty to warn.
I think that yeah, I think if something did happen, they don't tell us they don't tell us shit anyways. Like, why would they tell us that? Like, we don't know anything. Like, I guess that's part of the thing that I've been just.
It's not like we have a missile or something like that to be like, hey, let's shoot it out of the atmosphere. None of us have a fucking idea what's going on. Like, oh well, like foreign policy, we don't know what's going on in foreign policy. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if Putin and Trump are sitting there taking shots off of fucking hookers' asses. We don't know if Netanyahu or whatever or like this. And now we've got the Republicans hating because if you criticize Israel, now you're an anti-Semite. And it's like, now you're a Nazi. If you're now you're being the leftist that you guys criticized a month ago about calling other people Nazis. Now you're calling people Nazis as well when they don't believe in what you believe, and it's just the same old stupid shit from both sides. And it's just like, it's just like, wow, we're all just fucking stupid. It's like
pretty much.
We're all fucking C-tards and bleetards, dude.
Yep, pretty much.
We're all C-tards and bleetards.
We are, yeah.
That's pretty much the way of the.
Speak for yourself, bro.
And my brother sent me something the other day. This was funny. I had to this was from InfoWars, so it came from Alex Jones' crazy ass.
Alex.
And here's what it said. It said, if the government shutdown does not end by November 1st, Black people are threatening to eat white people because they don't have their food stamps.
What if you didn't want to?
Dude, I thought Black people didn't like mayo.
But
what if you didn't want to? That's really.
But they do like white bread.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
white bread. Well,
No,
maybe
no,
so.
you're right. You're right.
White meat.
Like it's. The funny thing is that nothing happened from all that.
I
Right?
didn't,
Of course
I
not.
still,
know.
I didn't get eaten. Am
No,
I
I
black?
didn't either. I'm still here. Can you believe
I
it?
don't know. Maybe I'm not
And-
white.
But of course, and guys, here's the other
Maybe
thing.
they've just been telling me that. It's like the Dave Chappelle thing.
Well, and here's the other thing too. It's is it just black people that get food stamps? I mean, I didn't think so.
Right.
Actually,
Right.
they're not the majority. That
No,
I know.
it's illegals that are the majority that get food stamps.
Right. So it's the
of,
Pepsi
of
melts
the
that are going to be eaten.
legals, of the documented, I think it's white people that are the
Yeah,
majority.
probably.
Oh, you're probably right.
And the thing
It's
about
them,
it is,
it's them white trash folk.
That's
thing
what
about
it is. The trailer trash.
Is this weird? This whole government thing, like the whole shutdown. It's like they
Oh, yeah.
deliberately were trying to, like the Republicans were deliberately trying to piss off the Democrats by not having people get their EBT, and the Democrats were deliberately trying to piss off the Republican base. Like it's like they weren't doing. They were literally all trying to fuck over the people who needed money for food to get at the other fucking party. It's like
they were both,
they were obviously doing. They were both obviously doing it, and they were both obviously blaming each other for the shit that's going on. It's like, oh, they people from both parties said, yeah, well, sometimes we got to have people have to face, tough. We have to stand tall and tough, even when some people are going to suffer. And it's like, wait,
And they're not going to suffer.
no,
The
of course
people
not.
instituting it, they're fine.
Because they didn't get their paycheck stopped. Their paychecks kept
Right.
going. Funny
Right.
enough
Yeah.
about that, isn't it? The fucking Congress.
And yet air traffic controllers and military, they don't get their paychecks.
We are ruled, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna state this. I know you can probably disagree with me, especially Louie, but we are fucking we have a ruling class. They dictate how much money they make. They don't lose the money when the government shuts down, even though they're part of the government. Why don't they lose their money?
You don't speak for me. What are we doing here?
Well, I totally agree.
That's what I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you might not agree, or you may agree with me, but I'm just saying I could see you, not agreeing with me because there's a lot of reasons why you would think, like this, because that would basically mean that our government is shit, and I think our government is shit.
It is.
It is. I think we all agree with you about that, man.
But some people think that our whole constitution, everything still works. It does not.
No,
Right.
it doesn't work at all. It doesn't work, and it's been.
Well, okay, but let's.
It works somewhat. There are things that work.
It does, right? But
There are
here's
things
the
that
here's the problem. Here's the problem that I see is that maybe even not even 10 years ago, if you were a liberal or a conservative, you still had some viewpoints that like matched or like they were similar. Like, okay, we can agree.
They kind of met in the middle on something.
We can agree on this, but we disagree on this. It's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Now it's like, oh, you're on that side and you're on that side. Well, I totally disagree with every single thing that you're saying. So nothing gets done. Nothing.
That's why we have the shutdown that we have.
But not only that, it's even worse than that, because now, okay, let's take an example. It was on the left, a perfect example. J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling
the author,
is 99% liberal, right? Literally, like believes everything that everyone liberal does, but she does not believe that trans women are women. She believes that trans women are men and trans men are women. Well, she doesn't give a shit about trans men because that's not, whatever. But anyways, the point is that she believes, but they can't stand her. Like they will not read her.
Just for this one thing, huh?
Just this one thing. Now the same thing's happening with the Republicans. If you're like, hey, I don't believe that we should focus on Israel I think we focus on American people. I just believe that should be our focus, is the people that live here and not a foreign country. Oh, you're an anti-Semite. We hate you. You're not. So now there's these. It's like you can't even disagree on one thing. It's so fucking. Now it's to the point where you have to agree on everything. If you can't even disagree on one thing anymore.
Right.
Like,
right.
You can't. You gotta believe everything.
You gotta go
does.
all or nothing.
And so now you've got these two schisms in both. And now this Republican Party. It's amazing what you're seeing now.
It's the art of division. It's like total childish bullshit.
It's complete sports game. Oh, what about the midterms? What about I don't give a shit about the Republicans. I care about the people in my life. I don't give a shit about this fucking party. I don't give a shit about your fucking what are we? Look at the MAGA. You're no longer MAGA. I don't fucking care what you call. Oh no, I'm not a fucking part of a cult, because that's what it is. When you start, it doesn't matter what the group is. When you start saying that kind of shit, well, I'm a true MAGA, and then it's just you can't even it's like everything's falling apart, even inside the same parties. It's fucking.
No, I was talking about this the other day. Even Chris Rock back in, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that. He said, when it comes to like money and stuff like that, because I make more money, I'm conservative, right? I don't want people stealing from me. I don't want people. He said, but when it comes to like things like, I don't know, prostitution, I'm liberal.
Right.
So I think that's the thing. It's I'm definitely a bit more that way. I'm not necessarily like just prostitution and money, but with business things, I am much more conservative, and with a lot of things, I'm much more conservative. There's some things I'm liberal on, so I can't be that way because I can't have a discussion, not because I'm worried about what somebody's going to say to me, but because I can't deal, or like, someone's going to think about what I believe, but because I can't hear any more about how they're going to talk about, like, I can't listen to my sister because she's liberal, right? Everything is liberal, but I can't listen to my fucking mom because she's totally conservative. And I'm like, hey, don't you think this government shutdown? Oh, I know. I mean, the Democrats. I'm like, no. I'm like, both sides are being like spoiled kids, and they need a ref to come in and take away their fucking cupcakes and just say, sit the fuck down and learn to get along.
They need to take away their fucking paychecks. Is what they.
That's what I'm saying. Take their paychecks.
Do these people think they can get? We're still getting paid. Oh, by the way, last year we voted to raise to give ourselves raises because cost of living.
Because we're doing such a great job.
No, somebody's got to come down on this.
How the fuck? No, they aren't. They're the ones in power. Who's going to come down on the people that they're the ones who are in power, dude?
And that's the bitch. That there's
somebody coming down is we're talking revolution or some crazy shit like that.
There we go. Well, that's all right.
How's it going to change? Well, maybe it's going to be
that might be the way, dude. That might be what we have to do.
Well, I don't know what else. It's just they're all fucking bullshit.
But see, the problem with revolution is we're not talking like civil war uprising, because who do we uprise? I mean, it's not like we're going, oh, wait a minute, north, south. It's not like we're going this and that, because maybe we will get to that point. But the thing is, it's not going to change and make it better. It literally has to be overthrowing the system itself, not one side or the other, which you can't really.
A lot of people can say that they'll do a revolution, but when they're really there and their backs are against the wall, they're like, oh, I don't really think I should do this.
Of course, when it came down to it.
How would you do it? Because you'd have to have, in order to do it, you'd have to have a system or a situation where you had people who literally could command the stuff we can't command.
Well, that's what they got to.
Because it's not like the old days. Well, not just the know-how, but you've got to have the access to things now, because we're not Bunker Hill anymore.
You'd have to have military type.
Yes. Right. You have to be high up already to be able to affect the people that are already high up already got there because of the corruption that's already in the system. So they're not going
to. And some of them might be able to do that, but but it's so much more sophisticated in how we would do that, because now we're not talking about, I got a rifle too. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna kick me some English ass.
They got drones and shit.
Right. This isn't. This is just a wild west.
It's an unfair fight.
Well, not only that, but we get these people that go, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna change things. They get in there and then the Epstein
and then they're like, ooh, this is nice.
They get sucked into the system,
and the Epstein files still aren't released. And now Trump, we're gonna do that. And now we got these fucking Republican retards going, oh, well, who cares about the Epstein files? They told, and now I'm like, wait, you cared a year ago. Well, now I don't. Well, why? Because someone told you.
Because my party doesn't care. My
party doesn't care. Talking to help in midterms.
Being in just a very small portion of like running an association, once I got to know too many things, I got thrown out, and the people didn't back it because it looked good. Like, well, by the bylaws, they can do that. Actually, what they did was totally illegal by the bylaws. I didn't fight them because I'm like, well, fuck it, you don't pay me enough.
That sounds
Max doesn't read bylaws, so
that sounds. that sounds. Hey, I still got cut off the board there. I still told to go, and you know what? That's okay. I'm glad.
See, hey, welcome to the only thing I ever got fired from besides Pixar.
Exactly. Actually, no, I got let go from a from a job at UNLV one time back in the day, a long time ago. But that was some bullshit. But
I love that we both have one that we're not counting because we think it's bullshit.
It was bullshit. It was bullshit.
Well, that doesn't count. Well,
it was bullshit because they were like, it was some political stupid shit, and the person didn't want to train me and whatever, and it was what it was. So
okay,
but it's all right. It worked out
for the better. It's just amazing what people are willing to believe to be in a group, to have that group mentality.
Oh yeah, dude.
Be part of the in group.
And they want to hit on
part of the in group. Like literally, like they will change their beliefs backwards to do this. Psychologically, it's fucking scary shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that goes back to groupthink, what you were talking about years ago, man. It's the same kind of shit. And, now it's like you said, they got to hit on all four cylinders. You agree on everything. You can't have
like
one
it's
little,
a dogmatic thing. Like it's like certain religions where you have to have so much cognitive dissonance to believe in it. Where like, well, wait a minute, you actually believe that happened? Well, yeah, okay, but could that be a translation? Oh no, it happened.
Yeah, it says the Bible says so.
Okay, because I think maybe they were writing symbolically. Oh no.
No, I talked to Jesus and he told me
that occurred. Just
Jesus, he knows me and he knows I'm right.
Well, I think about settle down over there. Settle down over there.
No, but I think about like the Scopes trial when they were talking about did the Earth stand still? In the Bible during that battle, and you're talking about well, maybe it didn't. Maybe the sun just. It was a lighter night. Who knows? Or maybe they didn't keep track of
God just shut the engine off. God shut the engine off so they can fight.
But you know what I mean? Like you're telling people, wait a minute, no, physics would defy that, so that couldn't have happened. So it's an interpretation of what happened. Oh no, it actually happened. Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anything else? Like, oh god, it's just frustrating. I'm at the point where you have to kind of step back actually after a while and go, all of it's stupid.
Well, what sucks for you, Cruz, is that you're stuck in a state that doesn't believe the same thing that you do. Like if I was stuck in a state that didn't believe the same thing that I did, I'd be like, oh man, I don't know, man. I think I need to.
Yeah, but you know what? It shouldn't be about that, man. It should be about cruise control can live where the hell he wants.
Yeah,
and he shouldn't have to worry about. I better try to please my fellow fucking neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So,
I know, but just I don't know. I think. I mean, I kind of almost feel for him. It's almost like probably more stressful to live in that kind of situation.
The main thing is like I said, is definitely dealing with the different groups in terms of improv stuff and because of the stuff I'm interested in.
Right. Well, or even the job I do. I know a bunch of diaper drinkers work, and I just keep it cool. I don't go there with any of that. I'm just like, all right, you guys keep drinking from that diaper. It's
I don't
cool.
go there at all unless people really keep asking me, and I say, I think both sides are fucked.
Yeah, well, that would be my response too.
And that's pretty much what I do now because I do. And if they really want, I'll play along because I'm in a state that pretty much is much more liberal than I would ever be.
Totally.
Yeah, especially this area that I'm in is unbelievably liberal.
Really, even where you are?
Especially where I am.
Oh yeah.
I would think the Bay Area, baby, but not where you're at. I would think that you're a little more inland. Oh wow.
No.
Okay.
Because we are as a population where I am. I remember when you visited, I said this is one of the wealthier counties. Now I'm not in the wealthiest part of the county, but it is one of the most money counties other than like if you go down to like Beverly Hills down in Southern California. It truly is money. Well,
that's why I figured it'd be more conservative.
It differently. No, because what they are is they are the kind that want to understand the plight of these inner city people while they are rude to their cleaning ladies. So they are the kind that like to show how sweet and liberal and kind they are. They're afraid to have an opinion that is their opinion.
Yeah, virtue.
Well, it's also the trope of the educated Democrat, right?
Right.
That's
it. That's exactly it.
This self-righteous, smug. Well, I just happen to be a little more enlightened and educated.
Oh yeah, like
let's have a government let's shut down everything for pandemic, and I'm over there talking about I got to work, I got to make money. How do we do this? Well, it's not a problem. I'm paying, I'm gonna pay Magda because she's been cleaning for years. So I'm gonna make sure she's paid anyway. Okay, that's great for you. Now,
Yeah.
my reality is very different than yours. I don't get to be paid, and not everybody can afford to pay people that worked for them for years, nor would they. So it's this whole idea of like, well, it'll be okay because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay my cleaning lady and it'll all be fine.
And it's
for
all
not
about
working.
them. It's not about you at all. They don't give a shit about
Right.
your thing, you know.
Right.
So.
I'm like, well, I have to work. And then, well, until they get hurt. And then they call and they say,
Oh, yeah.
Koala, what are we doing? I'm like, oh,
I can't work on you, remember?
But,
wow.
But it's very, very liberal here. And so I just say nothing. But if I'm cornered, I say, I think you're both fucked. I do.
which is the truth.
Yeah.
It's the attitude of, you took my servant away. That's when they get upset. Well, like, how they were bitching about the immigration, everybody getting deported and all this other stuff. And the big complaint was, look at all our gardeners. They're not coming back. Like, now you're concerned all of a sudden. Now it bothers.
It's like I said, it's always not in my backyard too. NIMBY.
Mm-hmm.
That's what George Carlin used to call
George Carlin.
NIMBY. Dope shit.
NIMBY.
Not in my backyard.
Yeah, not in my backyard. Yeah, like
as long as it wasn't for you.
Let's help these people. Let's help these people. Oh, the facility's coming near mine.
Well, everybody wanted the government involved in healthcare, and now there's a thing that's happening in United Healthcare. And I bring this up because I was just talking about it with some clients, so I happen to know more than I want to about it. But there are ways that the insurance companies collect for treatments that patients can have that will give them more money. So basically, like, in order to get you can collect more off of a person from the government because it's a subsidiary. It's like a third party thing. So the government,
they charge them a certain amount.
Insurance charges the government, us. So what happens is the more diseases you have, the more you can charge for that patient. So what they do is, there is literally a case where there's a husband and wife. The husband has prostate cancer. Well, the wife also has prostate cancer because they bill it as a couple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's all these loopholes in the system. So now, but what that's done, where everybody thinks, well, that's great. You can, who cares? It's the government. Well, what it's done is it's turned almost all PPOs into HMO type situations. So now where everybody was like, oh, I want everybody to have healthcare, all the people that were into the government getting involved in healthcare, a lot of them now are going, well, wait a minute, how come I can't get in to see a doctor when I want? How come I can't get in to see the doctor that I want?
It's not the utopia that what's his name, Michael Moore painted for you back in the day.
And unions now that pay into that, if you belong to a union, they will step in and get involved and try to prevent which type of insurance you have. Because we don't want you to have a PPO. Well, why not? Well, because it costs the union more money, but they still have to pay for it. So it's like everybody's getting involved in
it's all about
this stuff. And I'm not doing a really good job of describing this, but it's because it's very convoluted.
Was
actually,
I
it makes
right about
about
Michael Moore, by the way? That was Michael Moore that did the movie about socialized medicine, I think.
I think probably, yeah.
I think so.
It was, yeah.
And it was like, they were, it was all very, just pay what you can. And they were very lenient, and I remember watching that. I can't remember the name of the movie.
Now there's the new thing now in Canada, and this is coming here in a couple places, is doctor assisted death, like assisted suicide.
You know what, man? I'm not against that. There's the liberal in me.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm actually not into. I'm not against it.
The problem is that they're actually like telling older people, like, well, if you're elderly and your quality of life, they're actually kind of like guiding them.
But if you got your own brain, you can think for yourself, man.
So I am my mom's. I'm legally her when she is not competent. I am legally the one that makes the health decisions in the family.
Right.
So they all I am the final word on all of that. So I told you got to be really nice to me, because really I'm the one that decides if the plug gets pulled.
Okay. Like with my buddy who had cancer, you know what I'm saying? I would have actually encouraged it. You know, it sucked that he had to do that, but fuck, he had no quality of life.
I think that the way that it could work is that you would have to go through some type of competency.
Oh, I'm pretty sure
test.
You can't just.
Well, no. I don't know that that's how it is in Canada. That's the problem. Is that the big issue is competency. So, is someone trying to steer that? And so, how would you do, or someone determining your quality of life? So where it seems really easy. What about somebody who's literally retarded?
Well, true.
And they
exactly.
Can't,
and who's gonna
Johnny? You're just going for your booster shot. You know, it's just like, oh God, you know.
Well, hopefully it doesn't get that shady.
But that's the concern, is that there have to be a lot in place.
But there's also like I said, money comes into play. There's a lot of weird shit going on with it, like in Canada. If you look up what they're doing there, they're like telling older people, like they're actually giving that as a suggested route, which is just that's a very, very dangerous line to go down in terms of.
I mean, I don't know. It depends again on your. If you're 90 years old and you run 5 miles a day, then I would just tell you to eat a dick.
Well, I'm also going to get controversial here and say I don't know how much worse. We're talking life and death, so it is worse.
Sure.
But I see a lot of people who are being bamboozled by the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies into deteriorating their quality of life. I'm off all my medicine.
That's what happened to my buddy.
Like, some people can never get off all their medicine because it's not a good idea. But how many people are taking meds that are actively destroying their bodies?
And they're doing it to stop something else that's active, that they're supposedly is with a real problem.
Or just like counteracting each other. Like, I knew this one lady. She took so many medications, and I was like, okay, are all these doctors consulting each other, and are your pharmacies all consulting each other? Because how are you taking all? I have to take this for this and this for this. I'm like, there's got to be something that you can eliminate from this stack of medication that you're taking. This is insane. Like, no.
Well, that's how I feel about people that pound supplements too. When they're going nuts with the supplement, I'm like, no, man, that's too much.
Well, but see, the thing is that I would argue that our doctors, they're not allowed to tell you could kill yourself, right? They'd help you with that. But my sister's one of those people that you're talking about, Louie. Like, she literally, and it's her responsibility, of course, but which she didn't like my saying that to her. But she had like 20 different meds she was on, and the counteracting of all of them has made her condition so much worse. All of the initial things that she had. And then the other thing is how many people go in for procedures. And I see this all the time, and I'm like, I looked at this. I had it sent to me from the MyChart from the client by their permission from their doctor. And the question they asked was, Koala would like to know specifics on what you found with my spine and how you recommended that it be treated. And what I got was the answer didn't make sense. It was a complete just like, well, what's happening is this. And I said, actually, that can't happen with this type of facet joint dysfunction, spondylolisthesis. It would be the opposite. And then I treated it medically. No, literally, that is what the doctor said.
Right.
I treated it medically.
Mean, though? What does that mean?
Like,
well, I didn't think you treated it legally. Or as an accountant would. I didn't know.
Well, I mean, I get what they're really saying is that they just gave them a prescription for it.
Well, what they did was an injection, but they couldn't even put that. But the thing is that you're getting people that are having injections, and they're not better. But then they're saying, well, we can do another one. And the people are going for it. Like, all they're doing is fucking these people up.
I'll do whatever I can to get out of pain, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, I got a little different take on the whole suicide thing, whatever, with assisted suicide, which I understand in certain situations. I just like anything else, but at how much of health and getting better is the mindset of the person who's sick?
Quite a bit.
I'm sure quite a bit. I would think
there's a lot.
There's a lot of research on that.
So with placebo effect, placebo is extraordinarily powerful, way more powerful than people want to believe. So my point is, when you tell somebody, "Hey, maybe you should consider this because there's no fucking hope for you," doesn't that doesn't that take away that ability for them to go, "Fuck,
yes,
fuck, I can fight through this. I can move more. I can fucking live for it." Oh well, buddy. There's always the option of just saying fuck this and just.
Well, what's sick about that is it defies the Hippocratic oath.
Yes.
Right. Do no harm. Right. Like it kind of spits in the face of that. Like, we're gonna do so much harm to you that you're gonna be like, I'm done. I guess I'm gonna check out now.
Well, I think a lot of the Hippocratic oath is totally being defied. Everybody thinks about it in terms of privacy. People don't think about it in terms of ethics. You do not have the right to deny treatment to people and proper treatment. It's very specific. The Hippocratic oath talks about, that you cannot withhold proper treatment. Well, doctors often don't even mention, they don't withhold, but the way they get around it is if the insurance probably isn't going to cover it, they might not mention it.
We're not going to do it.
It's the sin of omission.
Where you can't get to see a specialist because I'm telling you can't. Because I'm your primary care guy. I don't know shit about the specialty, but I'm going to say you don't need a specialist. Who knows what I don't know?
Or how many times have you heard, oh, they told me I had this long to live, and they were completely wrong. So what happens? Yeah. So like I said, there's a point where I understand where you're like, fuck, man. I mean, you're in complete, there's no. But then is there though? Like that's the line that I'm drawing, because once you normalize it. In a way, you allow for people to just give up, to just be like, oh, and maybe there's an incentive for doctors to not have to, because we don't have to worry about the load on society, So maybe they has an incentive for saying, hey, Jim, you're not worth,
it's the old Bill Burr adage. Yeah, you kill off enough people, and then we'll all have a party,
right.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I think that the way that to do it then, because I still think that I like it as an option. I do too. Because I will tell you right now, if I am truly, and I have even said this to my to other people that, but if I am facing a very horrible death, that I'm going to be in pain, and the best chance I got is chemo and radiation to prolong the life that will be prolonged in pain. Yeah. I'm going to have a blowout holiday, and I'm probably going to OD on something. Yeah. Because I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go out in pain. Now that's just me personally.
Yeah,
if I knew for sure.
I think anybody's like the way.
If it was like, hey, you got pancreatic
cancer.
And
then make sure you sign a do not resuscitate.
Exactly.
Well, now,
so I like it as an out, but I think that in order to have it work, doctors cannot recommend it. Right. It cannot be a recommendation thing. It can be something that is known that you can do it, and here is where you go to do it.
To get it.
Right.
Kind of like how
you gotta start having commercials
abortion should have been, where you actually had to have someone counsel you about it. The doctors couldn't counsel you.
Well, they do.
They do have someone, but you're not required to.
No, I'm saying commercials for it in Canada. I think they're actually having advertisements for it, or something like that.
Oh.
I was gonna say, so there is a reason.
Well, okay.
Do you want to take your own life? Is your cancer fucking you up?
Are you just sick of living?
Are you just sick of living?
Let me check. Let us help you.
Have you just had it?
You can take yourself out. Not worry about
let us help you with your literal final request. Here we go.
Right. Ever have that? Do you just feel like you don't want to get out of bed? Well, you can.
Well, here's the time you won't have to anymore.
Right. Oh God.
We'll just go ahead.
I love it.
Are you dead tired? Well, you can be.
You can definitely be dead.
If you're dead tired, you could just be dead. Forget the tired part now. Eliminate the tired from dead.
Do you want to be part of the Grateful Dead? Well, you can.
Man. Do you feel you're buried in debt? Well, now you can be buried in bliss.
Let somebody else take on that debt.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear God.
And it really, it's. I think it's got to be medical, right? It can't just be.
Well, they call it MAID. They call it MAID. Basically, it's Canada does not have widespread commercial advertising promoting assisted dying as a consumer service. Information about MAID, they call it MAID, was published publicly by the federal government and by provincial health authorities. And eligible patients typically learn about it through.
Do they have an outreach guy that goes out to all these facilities and like, if you feel like killing yourself,
patient advocacy groups and official websites rather than billboards or
can't they just call it euthanasia? Do they have to call it assisted dying?
Well, now it's called MAID. What's that acronym? What are those letters?
Health Canada and provincial bodies provide guidance, eligibility, criteria, and the formal request process online. Some clinics and providers also list MAID services or referral pathways on their websites or in printed material used in clinical
settings. You feel
settings.
Like killing yourself. Is it MAID or MADE?
MAID. I'm sure.
I wonder what that means. It's an acronym for something.
Assisted dying, I think, or something like that.
Something mutilating, assisting.
Yeah, medical assistance. This is how they medical assistance in dying is what they call it.
Medical assistance in dying. All right,
there we go.
Cool.
That sounds so
MAID. A little maid comes by.
I'm going to call my maid to make up my bed.
Medical assistant.
I shit myself postmortem.
In certain places, there's like people who clean houses or whatever. They're called Mary Maids.
Yes, Mary Maid.
I've heard the.
So do you get a Mary Maid that comes over and just with her little nurse's uniform on and hello.
Okay, sir. I need you to drink this. Drink this down. It's only going to take a few minutes, and you will feel very sleepy.
Why do they have to have like a rush? Why do they have to have a Russian or German?
Because of course, those are the only people that are killing people. You know that, right?
Those are the
Germans and the Russians.
Those are the original
death dealers. Yeah, exactly.
It's true. This is true.
Yeah, we have guys that make you talk.
Guys, now here's where it gets fucking. This is where it gets spooky. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Eligibility for MAID in Canada. Now I ask the question: can you get this for mental illness or just physical illness? Short answer: currently, you cannot access MAID in Canada if the only underlying medical condition is a mental illness.
Okay.
But the federal government has delayed implementation of MAID for persons whose sole medical condition is a mental illness until March of 2027.
So they're looking at it, is what you're saying. They're looking at the mental illness possibly becoming.
And that's just,
no, it will be. It's been delayed. It's just going. Delayed. It's going.
Okay, so it's going to happen. It's just not. It's not right away. Okay.
Now that's bad mojo. That's bad juju.
Well, what are we talking about with mental illness? Though, are we talking about
you're hearing voices all the time? Or,
I
mean, you to rape
your
mother.
I wonder about because. So, I'm wondering about that though, because if you
it's just like anything. Where does the line get drawn?
Yeah, exactly. I think you have to have a line, because there are some people who are psychopaths and possibly, should be put down. I think that but then we're into lethal injection.
Should be put down like a dirty dog.
I think no. If you're a psychopath, I think you should. You don't have a conscience. You will be doing something to harm someone else.
But that's only if they've done something though to harm somebody.
Well, right. Well, yeah. But what if you?
Because they're getting punished for a crime for actually doing something.
Okay, sure. But what if you're a schizophrenic and you? What if you're schizo? Right? Not psychopath. But what if you're schizo? And you hear voices if you don't take meds, and you can't function because if you don't take your meds, and you cannot function in society without your meds. But your meds turn you into a vegetable.
Yeah,
because a lot of those can really, when they take away.
Now we're going back to quality of life thing again, right?
Right. Well, there you go. And those voices
why not for mental? Why not for mental health?
And those voices.
I think that you'd have to be competent enough to make the choice. But so we're going back into the who sets the rule. So I think if you're competent to make the choice,
puts too much power into somebody's hands like mine. Like,
I'd be down for making the choice.
Well,
Kill
but
that
what
crazy
if?
motherfucker.
But what? No, I think if you're mentally competent, because a schizo can be competent if he takes his meds, right?
Sure.
Or even if they don't take their meds,
but what if
they're
you?
a little bit,
Okay, but go with me on this. What if you are schizophrenic? You take your meds or you don't, but you're competent to make a choice in that time, and you say, "I can't live like this. This is shit. My only disease is this. It is a mental illness. Why not?"
Yeah.
Why not? If you're going to let someone with cancer do it, why not let someone? I'd say you have to be competent to make the choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you'd have to give a competent answer, like, well, the voices, they bother me so much, I can't sleep.
How do you know when they're competent if they're not competent most of the time because they don't know when they're competent? How do you even fucking know that?
Well, but that's the thing. If there has to be some way to examine that, that's all I'm saying is I think if you're going to have this as an option, whether it's mental illness or cancer or because dementia could fall under a mental illness, right? So
that's true.
You're incontinent now and you can't you shit all over the place, and when you're clear you know that you do, and you're miserable and you're angry. So I just think that regardless of why we implement it, there has to be something in place to determine the competency to make that decision, whether it's physical or mental illness. That's all.
Yeah.
True. And I'm done testifying. That's it.
No. I get
you may stand down now.
But I'm just gonna say this kind of it's a very slippery slope. This kind of stuff is why we had people diagnosing children with transgender disorder, is because these fucking people got the idea of well, I know. Because what about these kids are trapped in the wrong body, they're going to live in the wrong body for the rest of their lives.
See, but that's not life. That's a whole different thing.
We've been making shitty decisions on people's lives for years, though. This is another one. This is another one, and we have been in certain states, blind people cannot keep their children still.
I've heard that.
When they
really birth them. I didn't know that.
I guess there are
technically on the books, if you birth a child, there are some states where they can have the social worker come in and take your child.
Well, I guess
that
if it's
still goes on.
Completely blind couple, dude. Like it's a couple.
No. It just if I birthed a baby in certain states,
and you were with a sighted guy.
Yeah. What if you had a sighted husband or boyfriend or something?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying that they shouldn't be able to make that. It legally is still on the books.
No, I'm just trying to figure out.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what would be the circumstance of why they take the kid.
I don't know that.
I like that, because then I could go to that state and I could bang a bunch of blind chicks, and then I could just say, oh well, I
can't have the kid. I can't have the kid.
I'm blind. You can't.
So you would be supporting abortion or taking the baby then?
I'd be, dude. That's what.
You know what? That kind of And
haven't you seen Annie, Koala? Come on now.
No, I know.
I'm gonna come out tomorrow.
No.
There's a bunch of half genetically blind kids with coloboma in like 5 different states that are all fucking don't have blind.
but I think we've also done things where we've fucked up quality of life on people for years. Like, this is not a new thing where we've made decisions on life and death. I mean, this is
I get it, but this is very much more out in the open and encouraged more as a normal,
as opposed to hiding it away in the closet and talk about it.
It's Canada. It's Canada.
It's Canada. We might get it here soon, which I'm actually kind of cool. For the most part, I'm all for it in a lot of cases. But,
I'm for it if it's regulated right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I truly am, because I don't want to have to live if I don't, I mean, truly, like if I get dementia and I start to go and I'm like, I don't want to be incontinent.
Well, that's it. I don't want to be like somebody's burden.
Although maybe I wouldn't know. My grandma was very happy. Her sister was a bitch, but she was very happy.
Well, you know what though? But knowing what I know now, if somebody told me, hey man, you're going to be shitting yourself, you're going to need somebody to feed you, to get you out of bed, I don't want that. I would love for somebody to just be like, all right.
Wait, that's what some people think of you already.
Just kidding. There's a lot of the C-tards. You're right, a lot of C-tards think that way, huh? We should euthanize that
tape
blind
on your
fucker,
walls. I mean,
Hey.
Well, that's actually a good question, though. If someone did lose their eyesight and thought it wasn't worth living, should they have the option of ending their lives?
You know what, bro?
Sure.
It's on them. It's on them. If they want to do that, and they don't feel that they can
everybody has the option anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if they don't feel that they can I want to say acquiesce. I don't know if that's the right term, but if they can
acclimate.
Thank you. If they want to acclimate to the situation, and some people think they're like, I can't do it. Even though maybe somebody hadn't shown them. Yeah. But hey, man,
I get where you guys are coming from, and I don't even know if I have an opinion on how I feel directly about it, like yes or no. But there's just something about it that tickles my mind, and it doesn't feel right to me in my own mind. And like I said, it's not about anybody being right or wrong, but there's something about it that just blares.
So okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're not part of our group now. You're not part of our group now.
No, you have to think.
No, I disagree.
I think it's interesting though how like because I get where you guys are coming from, but I've also it's also a shift because I don't think 6 months ago I would have had the same answer that I do now.
I see what your concern is. I think that I think my interpretation of that too is that it's how it's advertised. It's how it's kind of like, oh, this is the new thing that, how it's not something like, it's sort of like, it should be something that is very extreme. Like we can do that. It is an option, but we don't necessarily want to go there right away. Like, we don't want to just be like, oh yeah, you know what? If you ever get too sick, you can always off
fix
yourself.
To everything. I just kill.
It's sort of it should be the elephant in the room a little bit. Like,
it should be something like it's an extremely because once you go down that road, I mean, anything could be a thing.
I think advertising it like on say TV stuff like that as an option. And then consult your doctor. Okay, I'm going to consult my doctor, and then the doc's not bringing it up. You're bringing it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But actually, we don't need to be too. I don't know that we need to be too afraid of it because we've been euthanizing animals for years, and how much judgment is behind that.
Yeah,
there's quite a bit. Where people,
is there? I would think most people are just like, I'll put the dog down. It's got a broken leg. Fuck.
Absolutely not. No, there are people who do not put their dogs down who should. There are people who do not put their cats down, horses, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't just go. I mean, legally, I could go and I could say, okay, this dog is driving me fucking bonkers. He's miserable without me, but I can't bring him to work anymore. I can't afford a dog walker. I want to put him down. I can be able to do that.
So that could be your reasoning.
No, I could, but I would be up against so much if I went into a vet and said that. They probably wouldn't do it even though legally they have to.
Here's another.
I wouldn't do it, but
here's another crazy piece that I kind of maybe would kind of bring me over to cruise control side of this is somebody's has a child that's born with a disability. And all of a sudden they said, well, if you want to just kill that little fucker, you know what I'm saying? It was born with no legs or born with, blind or whatever. So now would that give carte blanche to go ahead and we'll just go ahead and kill this thing?
No, I think there'd have to be, that's why there'd have to be regulation in place of what do we determine as what is physical or that's why I don't say mental in and of itself should be.
Here's the problem that I see with that is how 5-year-olds can say I want to be a woman or I feel like I'm a guy trapped in a woman's body, blah blah blue. I want puberty blockers and all this stuff.
I didn't know any 5-year-olds that talk that way, but I know what you're saying. I mean, I know what you're saying, man.
Very young, very stupidly young.
That's that's some weird shit. Okay, so
very uninformed. So what if this kid is like, because I don't know about you guys. I mean, for Max, sure, and maybe even for Koala, like you guys knew you were blind. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like in the very beginning of life, you knew, you was like, okay,
sure. I couldn't figure out why I kept going to all these fucking doctors all the time.
Why the tape was on the walls.
Yeah, they had this tape on the wall. Walk me from my crib to the bathroom again, all the time.
But no, seriously, like when I was like, I don't know, 6 years old, I don't know why, I thought it was completely normal. Like I thought everybody saw like I did.
Well, that's it. Me too. I did too. I didn't think that it wasn't until I started going to school.
And so what if I at that time I found out that I was visually impaired and that I was different from everybody else, And I said, you know what? I don't want to live like this. I want to make that. So I'm like a 6-year-old little kid, 7-year-old little kid, and I'm going to make that decision. And then doctor's like, yep, let's do it.
But see,
You
then
know,
we're
like,
going into regulations because kids you can't decide whether or not you want to take an antibiotic when you're 6. And in my house,
saying. They can't. Yeah,
like, no,
exactly.
I can't, you can't go, well, but mom, your friend says that I should just take this silver tincture and I shouldn't take antibiotics. But fuck you, Junior. You're taking the antibiotic because you got strep.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right.
You're 6.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. At 6 years old, you're not able to make those decisions.
What I'm saying is, like, right now, like, some of these people are making these transgender decisions.
Yes.
And of course, that's ridiculous.
The idiotic parents are like, oh yeah, I got a trans kid. Let's go. Let's do this.
That's the craziest shit ever, man.
One of my clients told me this story that actually I love this story because it was exactly what I think you should do. Possibly. This guy decided he wanted to be a girl and he was 10. And they said, you can be a girl. You can call yourself a girl's name. That's fine. You can identify as a girl. Great. You just can't go through the processes of, the chemical processes. He tried it. He decided he didn't want to be a girl. And then he's back to being a boy because sometimes, I don't think it works all the time.
So they treated him like a girl, but he didn't have the surgeries.
They let him play. They let him basically have it.
Let him eat cake. It was a let him eat cake type thing.
Yeah. And I don't know that it would always work, but I think sometimes because it's trendy or because when I wanted to go by my middle name for a while when I was 6, I just did. And then it was annoying. And I'm like, my middle name's stupid. I don't want to go by that anymore. Because when you're a kid, you try things out. And so I think if people don't freak and go, oh my God, Mike wants to become Michelle. What do we do? I guess we got to think about giving him.
Treat him like a girl. So be like, oh, you want to be a girl?
Just be like, well, why don't you try that for a while? But we're not going through any chemical changes. I don't know that it always would work psychologically.
Put a dress on and get your ass whooped at school, but hey.
Well, but it was an interesting idea.
Hell yeah. Sometimes
I think it's cool. By the way, I'm flashing back to the Uber driver that dropped me off when I went to Cruise Control's house when I was in Oregon. I didn't even know it. I thought the guy was just gay, but then later Cruise Control was like, man, that guy was wearing a fucking dress. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I was laughing at it, but didn't he even tell you
well, he told me he identifies as a woman or some bullshit, but I just thought, okay, you're gay in your mind, whatever. I didn't realize he's wearing a dress, until
I remember that because he had to make it a point to let Max know that he identified as a woman, even though he was just an Uber driver that Max is going to see for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes and never see again.
And never see again. I'll never see that guy again.
Yeah.
Uber drivers.
Guy, girl, gay.
I don't think that's that strange, and I don't think it's subject just to that situation. Because I'll tell you, Uber drivers, if they want to talk and they're gregarious, they're going to tell you some shit that you really don't care about.
I already know. I've had some drivers tell me some wild shit. I've had paratransit drivers tell me wild shit. I'm just
the fact that I was blind getting in an Uber one day unlocked a whole story with this guy who's like, oh yeah, I picked up a blind person and he was absolutely drunk or blind. Yeah. And he said they were drunk. I'm like,
sure
well, it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I didn't know Matt was out there.
Yeah, he picked me up.
Right.
Must have been a weekend. Must have been the week of like September 16th or something like that, right?
Right. I'm like, was it Wednesday? Was it?
Yeah. This guy in San Francisco over at
middle
the
of the week.
Right. I'm like, did he have taco breath? I mean, was it?
It was Dave and Buster's. And what did I eat there? I had a spicy chicken sandwich or some shit.
Did he smell like 5 little somethings?
Right.
5 little somethings. And was he picked up from the Gauntlet in San Francisco?
Oh God.
Were they hanging by? Are you familiar with that area, by the way, Koala? The Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I was hanging out with this buddy of mine the last night that I was in San Francisco. It was pretty
well, it might have been you, but
it was pretty yeah, it was kind of scary.
But he tells me this whole story.
Oh, it was a shady area, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you can't be. What the hell? I mean,
Well, there was a bunch of homeless people hanging out in a fire escape.
Of course there was.
And then my buddy,
as per usual.
Yeah, right. That's San Francisco, you know.
And then my buddy was over there smoking fentanyl with him or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Man, dude, it was so funny, dude. He walks in because I was just chilling there.
These guys haven't heard this, have they? They haven't heard this story, have they?
I don't know. Have you guys heard that?
I have not heard this story.
Okay.
I have not.
Okay, we got. Go ahead. All right. So basically, I'll tell you what happened with me. So I was just hanging out there at the beach.
He didn't go.
I didn't want to go anywhere. I'm like, dude, I'm not because first of all, the guy goes. Max is telling me earlier, he's like, yeah, dude, he does this, he does that. I'm like, what? He does. I'm like, I don't want to hang out. I'm not in the mood to go hang out with anybody drinking or anything. So I stay there and I'm just chilling. And it's like 11:30. I'm like, oh well, he must be having a good time. And all of a sudden, Max gets home, and I'm like, I go, hey, what's up? He's like, yeah. He's like, how Max gets when he gets.
I actually don't know how he gets
yeah,
like
that.
that.
Like answering my dog.
He gets the breathing through the teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's like, I'm like, dude. So he's like, dude, fucking degenerate low life motherfuckers. I'm like, what the fuck? He was like, dude, fucking cop came by, and I'm like, and he starts telling me. So then the rest of the night I'm trying to hang out with him for another hour. And I'm like, let's listen to some music. He's like, yeah, let's play some shit. And I'm like, all right, dude. He's just like completely just out of sorts, all pissed off.
Well, you gotta understand that was a little traumatic, man. I'm like, whoa.
He's just like, yeah, we went to David Buster's and then we're like, we're gonna go hang out here. It's like, so we want to hang out at this place called the Gauntlet. And then Max, you go ahead and tell what happened.
So basically, what we did is we picked up some beer, and then he was like, yeah, man, we're gonna hang out in the Gauntlet. So we're hanging out by this. It's like
and this guy's our age. He's hanging out in a place. And
he's older than me. He's like,
yo, bro, we're hanging out in the Gauntlet, bro.
He's like 4 years older than me or something. And so we're hanging out there, and we got our beers. And then these homeless people that I guess he knows and associates with, they come over and they start talking, and then they're like, yeah, you got some shit, yeah. And they're smoking some fucking fentanyl or whatever the fuck it was. And then at one point they're passing a bunch of things around, and the one guy goes,
a bunch of things.
my buddy's like, hey man, they got weed. And I'm like, I'm not smoking anything here. Like I'm not smoking anything you fuckers give me. I'm just gonna drink my beer, man. That's no. And then at one point a cop came by and he starts yelling at these people for being in the fire escape. He's like, every night I come by and I gotta tell y'all to get out of this fire escape. What the fuck do I have to do to tell you to get out of there? And he's pissed. Like you could tell that he's really rattled.
I probably work on that guy.
And just remember, don't forget that when the cop came, your buddy grabbed the beer out of your hand.
That's the one good thing. He did have my back on that. He grabbed my beer out of my hand. He was cop. And I'm like, oh shit. So he hid my beer under the car or whatever the fuck he did. But so at least
how would you get in trouble for having beer though? Beer's perfectly legal.
Drinking out in public.
I think you guys in California, there's a thing about public drinking, about drinking outside.
You can't. We're pussies about that.
It's not Vegas. It's not, Vegas. You can do shit like that, but not in San Francisco.
And then my other favorite line was Max going, "Hey, dude, you gotta go anywhere we can throw this away." He goes, "I'll just throw it on the ground."
Yeah, well, that's what he said. I was like, "Hey, is there garbage somewhere?" And he's like, "Oh no, just toss it on the ground." I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's San Francisco. It's so dirty now.
So I'm just like, so Max comes in, and I realized it was one of those moments where Max realized that like there was a gulf between him and like there's still people. Like I don't even think you realize that people did that shit at your age anymore. Like, oh,
well,
like I'm sure you did, but you didn't really think about it. Like you like shoved right in your face. Like, holy shit! Thank God I'm not like.
Right.
And two, I had a different perception. I think I figured like, okay, this is my buddy. He parties, but he's controlled. He's a functioning alcoholic / drug addict, But then when I saw where he was and who he was hanging out with, it was like, oh fuck, this is some rock bottom shit. Like this bothers me, man. I don't like this.
Yeah, like it's like a totally different like mindset. You like I said, you were so out of sorts when you're like, fuck it, I'm going. You had a couple more beers, like. Oh, and then I was trying to like show you music and shit, and you were just like, "Yeah, that's cool, man." But I could just tell you were just like,
I was so preoccupied.
You were so fucking Because I think part of the reason why is because at one point you're like, wait, because I think you thought he was going to give you a ride home, right?
Oh, that was the other thing. I asked him for a ride. He's like, oh man, well, I was thinking about we stay out here till like 6.
And I'm like, 6 in the morning. And you're like, what?
I'm like, I'm not hanging out till 6 in the morning, dog.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
6 in the morning.
Yeah, fresh Anita squeaking on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, fresh Anita squeaking across the fucking gauntlet streets.
I mean, so that's messy shit.
Oh man,
I had the freedom of Uber, which is great. So I just said, okay, I'm taking an Uber home. Fuck you, So that's what I did.
I had that. It was like what, 3 weeks? No, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I guess it was 4 weeks ago. And it was kind of sad too because it's one of my friends who I love her, but we hadn't been out partying in a long time. And, normally I'll go to her house and I might have a beer at a barbecue there. And, I don't drink much.
But you never really got to drink on with this person like hardcore.
Well, we used to, we've known each other for years. So we go out, we're going to go listen to music. And we go and we Uber out to the bar where we're going to meet another friend. And I'm like, yeah, I'll have a beer. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. And then she's like, well, do you want to get a shot? And I'm like, I'm not into shots. No, I'm cool. And she's like, well, do you want to split a shot? And I'm thinking, all right, I split you if they got Bushmills. If they don't, I don't want one. I don't want it. So, but then I go over and I'm with her and another friend, and her friend is pretty sober. So we're hanging out. And I'm like, look, I got to go. She's all over the place. Just all of a sudden, I'm like, how did you get so hammered? Like beers and beer. And I had another beer at the music place, where we're listening to music. It's it's kind of a cool bar restaurant place. That's fun. But I'm like, I got to get home. Like, what the hell? It was one of those. Yeah, it was one of those where I'm like, we're not 22 anymore.
That's how I was feeling.
I got to work in the morning and my feet are killing me. And then she's like, well, you shouldn't have worn those shoes. And I'm like, no, you should be like drinking like 9 beers right now. Like whatever the fuck you've had, I mean, I'm not judging, but I'm like, in 2 hours, you're hammered,
right?
And I'm like thinking, well, should I have had that second beer? I don't know.
Right? You're second guessing 2 beers, and it's like, look at this bitch. She's had 9.
And not that I'm all mature, but it was just different. It was a whole different thing. Like, well, I think I get it. I just got an Uber out of there. I'm like, I got to go.
That's and that's those situations where you feel like, damn, I matured and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, okay, like. That's not the person I thought they were.
To give her credit, she could have just been having a night, like I haven't seen that pattern because I haven't been out with her, but maybe not, but it was disappointing because I'm like, well, I just wanted to listen to some music. Yeah, she apologized. She sent me a text and she's like, I'm sorry, I was really out of control and I want to, hang out and do something with you that, doesn't involve, any alcohol or anything like that.
It's funny. I want to but speaking of alcohol, I was at my buddy's the other night, and they have this beer called Brown Sugar.
Oh, Brown Sugar is a favorite.
And
we know.
And Brown Sugar is like this beer that we used to have all the time, and it's like we used to drink it.
When I come out,
like every time we came out, like I used to drink it's like 10% beer. It's really fucking strong. It's super strong. It's super tasty as a beer if you like beer. And they were like, "Oh, you should just have a sip," and I go. I go, nah, man, I don't want to sip of that. And they go, oh, you can just have a sip. It's not going to make it.
Fuck. So they're pushing it now?
No, not in a way like that. Was like, just if you just had a little taste of it, it's not going to make you like do it anymore. And I go, I just don't want to have anything to do with that anymore.
Right. I don't even want to touch it. Yeah.
It came back to this. Are you? They were asking me if I was afraid of like going back into it, if I, would just like afraid of it. And I just like, I just have no desire at all to have any of it anymore, really.
Right.
Like it's like I said, I kind of feel like it's almost like an ex-girlfriend. Like, would you ever want to talk to an ex-girlfriend who abused you before? Like you want to no contact whatsoever, right?
Right. You want to all of a sudden just fuck her one night.
But here's the thing though. It's like now the same people that were saying that, they're like, oh well, I got to stop drinking every night. And I'm like, wait, you guys used to never drink every night? And it's like I just see this, and I just see the same fucking patterns every single fucking time, dude. It's like, oh, I with my job now, I work and yeah, well, I was at the hotel, so I had some tequila, because I wasn't at home, and I just felt like
it was a situational thing,
I'm just
I
like,
had to have a drink.
It always seems to come back to the same shit, and I don't know how many people like the same situation with you, Koala, is like how many people go get home and really go, man, like how many like that whole thing happened because she got too wasted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's like, and it just, I don't also, I've gotten to the point too where, I get home sometimes and I'm like, man, God, I wish I had a beer. And then I'll think, well, maybe I'll get, and then I'm like, I got to get up. I got my first clients at 8 a.m. I gotta make some dinner and get to bed. I'm tired. By the time I even thought to get some, it would be too late. You're thinking practically about like, well, do you really want that? Or you just, and even if it was in the fridge, I'm thinking probably no. But what I don't like about the story you shared is somebody trying to, it's one thing if it's like you're welcome to have one, but like, oh, come on,
but it was almost peer pressure.
I don't like that.
No, it was more like they thought it because they go just have a sip to taste it.
That's annoying too.
There's a reason you don't want it, and so you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to explain.
Why should you have to justify their friends?
Like I don't want to have to tell people whether it's like, oh, I had a problem drinking or my heart, or I shouldn't have to. No, thanks. Is all I have to say.
And I would never do that to you, Cruise Control. Like, come on, dude, come on, man, just have one little sip, bro. I would never.
I didn't feel it was meant in that kind of like temptation.
Probably wasn't.
Way.
Probably wasn't.
I don't believe it was a temptation thing, but it was just stupid. It was like, if he says no, drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know. I kind of don't mind like explaining why because it's like it's not.
You
fear.
don't.
It's
you shouldn't have to though.
Yeah, it's not fear.
Of course
I'm
not.
Like, oh God, I'm afraid if I drink, I'm gonna down the whole thing.
It's gonna turn me back into Funny Eddie, Mr. Good Times.
But I think it's anything like when people just have a bite, just have a. If somebody says no, just leave it because you don't want them to go like, well, now I'm diabetic and I'm trying to lose weight and I'm it opens the door for people to feel like.
Not actually, I don't know if you guys have ever gone through this, but like I actually hate when people do that. And they're like,
I do too.
Hey, just have a bite of this. I'm like, no, that doesn't sound good.
Come on, bro. The pushing shit. I don't like that either.
I'm like,
that pisses me off.
Or they'll be like, oh, it's a surprise. You'll like it. It's like,
no. It's a surprise.
No. It's like when somebody hands me something and I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're like, just put it in your mouth. I'm like,
you know these people.
I know the people you're talking about. And it kind of bothers me that they did that, dude.
And it doesn't bother, like I said, it doesn't bother me. So I wouldn't, not because I know where they're coming from. It was just like, oh, it tastes, just try, it's not gonna.
It has a good taste. That's what they want.
It has a good taste. It wasn't.
So what?
About
you don't want to drink it. You said no, so pick no and
I would have just been like, hey, well, if you want one, you know where they are.
Yeah, but they definitely didn't have to go the are you afraid of it route because that's not.
That's annoying.
And if you are afraid of it. That's your business too.
So what?
Exactly.
Right?
Well, it's like being it's a poison. It's like being afraid of fire. Are you afraid to put your finger in the fire? Well, why would I want to take something like that?
Yeah, I'd be like you waving a match in your face when you're scared.
Because something happened later on in the night too. Because one of them had we went out, and one of them had to drive, and when they drive, they don't like to drink.
Okay.
And the whole thing
that's a good idea.
That's a good thing.
Well, the whole thing was the whole complaining constantly about God damn it, I wish I could just. Why couldn't we, if I were just home, I wouldn't have to worry about not drinking. And I'm just like, man,
like it's that big of a deal. Like
really, if it is that big of a deal, you could leave your car where you are and Uber. Like if you really
they could have Ubered. That's true.
Yeah.
They could have Ubered.
If you really need to or want to that bad, I don't know. It's just
Well, it just made me realize that I was like that. I would be like, oh God, I gotta have a beer here at this bar. I gotta. It's Friday night. I gotta do this. I gotta drink. I'm hanging out. I gotta. And I'm
That's
like,
what I used to.
Yeah. I don't need. I don't even need that. Like I went to the bar and they had their drink. Like Jill had one beer and it's like, oh, I wish I could have a second beer. And I'm like, damn, you're gonna be here for an hour and a half. Like it's like.
Well, that's the weird. And it's almost like it's misery loves company type situation where, come on, dude, just have a taste. Like, motherfucker, don't put me in your, like just because you're having issues and you feel like you need to drink, doesn't mean
it's almost like I still feel like certain people think that at some point I'm just gonna drink again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not.
I think you're gonna cave.
I'm not gonna drink again. It had nothing to do with any like moral superiority. It's just I just don't want to drink.
You don't like the feeling. Yeah, you just don't want to drink.
I'm stoned. I had a hit right now, so it's not about me being against substances. It has nothing to do with that.
Of course not.
It's just not what you want to do. And I don't know. I go, for me, like when people don't, I'm always more conservative. I'm so not the person that's gonna be like, are you sure you don't want one? I'm actually like, hey, I know you don't drink anymore. Is it cool if I order a margarita, or does that bother you? Like, I'll have.
I would ask, does it bother you for me to drink?
If I know somebody had because a friend of mine is an alcoholic, and when he quit, like a severe, like gonna kill yourself if you don't stop alcoholic, and I didn't know that. Until I knew it. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So he did a 3-month program and came out, and I didn't drink in front of him, but we were at a party, and I said, hey, does it bother you just to be around people? Just FYI, or for my information, because when we go to dinner and stuff and do things, I certainly don't have to. I just want to know, I don't want to be inconsiderate.
Right.
And he's like, no, I have to, I've learned how to be around it, and I learned how to get out of situations. If I'm uncomfortable, I leave, and I learn. And I said, well, but I said, I just feel like if it's just us hanging out, I certainly don't have to. Like it's I just wanted to know the protocol if I'm at a party with you, and other people are. Is it better for you if I don't? And he's like, no, I don't care if you do, and if we go out to dinner, I don't care if you do either. I choose not to have it. But some people I've talked to, prefer not to. They're like, I just really don't want to be around it at all. I'm like, good.
And that's cool.
It depends on your it depends on your your ability,
your willpower. Yeah.
Or not even necessarily your willpower, but like
how it is
where you are in your sobriety. Like, are you able to handle that? If you are, great. If you're not, then you at least yourself, and you say, I can't handle that temptation now. I can't do it.
Or I don't like to be around it. Some people, it's like, I prefer it. It's not fun for me to see that because
if I was sober, there's no way I want to be around a bunch of drunks. No.
Well, or people that have an association, like another friend of mine, he, acquaintance more like, he actually, because of the things he did when he was on the sauce, basically, he's like, I don't like to see people drinking. It bothers me to see that. And so I don't drink at all. I mean, even, back when I drank more, I'd be like, good. I'm good to know. I don't drink around you.
The funny thing is that if I had my choice, I would be around people. Like everyone drinks like whenever I'm hanging out with my buddy at his house, they're like, oh, I got a drink. It's 4 p.m, 3 p.m. Like, go over to Stronzo.
So they're drinking, and like when you and I hang out,
went to a party, and on Saturday night, got there about 9:30 after an improv show. Everybody was already like hammered, or a lot of them. Not everyone. There were a couple people who weren't, like, so it wasn't like it was like completely. But it's just. But alcohol doesn't do anything. I mean, like I said, when you get to a certain point, here's the thing about alcohol. Alcohol is great. The first bottle of wine, alcohol is fantastic for everybody to hang out with. Everyone gets loose. Everyone's having a great time. Once the second bottle starts going, that's when everyone becomes as fucking annoying as all fucking shit.
But you know what? I bet you if you weren't stoned, you wouldn't want to hang out with those. Like if you were dead ass sober, you wouldn't hang out with those people.
No, because I've done it. I did it a couple of times when because I stopped smoking for like 4 weeks. And
I remember that. Weeks. Yep. You were stoned sober, so you actually did it.
I took a couple of weeks off and took some time off.
But you were actually around sober people. I mean,
I went drunk. Yeah, I went to Stronzo. They were smoking bong rips in the room while I was there, and I didn't drink.
Damn.
Then I went to Magic Mountain and had the trip there. But my point is that it's just funny how like if it was my choice, and it's not because of fear, it's because when you really start seeing people who are buzzed, man, they just get stupid.
Oh, totally. Oh,
but there are people who
not buzz, drunk, not buzz, drunk.
I would say too, like with pot. So I used to have a connection, and so I always had pot. I was never a pot head. But I always had the best pot when I was younger. I was a little kingpin because that's what I did. So when people would come over, a lot of people smoked pot at my house. I don't mind it, but there are people that I don't like to be around, especially since I do not smoke pot now. I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't agree with me. And I smell it and I'm like, oh, I wish I could. Like I actually enjoy the smell of it. But it does not agree with me. I don't care if you smoke. If you ask me is it okay to smoke a joint in your living room? Sure. It's fine. Like, I don't care.
You're just not going to hit it yourself.
I'm not going to hit the joint. Yeah. But there are a lot of people when I quit smoking pot that I decided, oh my God, I only could tolerate you because I was stoned.
Oh, and there are those people. You got to be fucked up to be around, for sure.
I'm like, no God, you're stupid. It was kind of like what you're talking about with people who were drunks. Like, there are potheads who are like, we are not in a Cheech and Chong film that you seem to be living right now. Okay. So like, you're fucking irritating. Like, you're good sober and then you smoke pot and you're like,
and see, so there are Cruise Control, and I knew some people that were just like, I can't be sober around that person. They're just going to annoy the shit out of me.
And for me, it's just like anything else. Like, for instance, Max on the trip we went up to San Francisco. Max never got to the point where he was like, we're gonna go to sleep, except maybe the last night. But even then,
I came home and I was talking about my shit, and then I went to sleep.
Yeah. But the other nights, it was never to the point where we were like, I'm like, hey, all right, dude, you should go to bed, dude. I never said that once to you. I was like, all right, dude, you should go to bed. It was like, all right. It was like, all right, I'm going to bed. You never got to that point.
Well, that's it. I control myself, man. I have a shut off switch. Yeah. Funny enough.
But even the people that and you're right about the weed stuff, because there are people now that I get up that smoke, and I'm like, they're kind of annoying on weed. Like,
I had a roommate that was used to call him Glass of Retard Man, because he would just take a few hits off the weed, and I remember I said to him, I was like, damn, this fucker acts like he drank a glass. I'm retarded. Because all of a sudden, his whole personality, he would just act dumb and start laughing about stupid shit. And I'm just like,
or they can't get anything done. You're trying, like, okay, can you get the remote control? Like, just get the fucking, stuff like that, where they become unable to function. And I think that happens on everything. I think there are people who, let's all agree that mind-altering substances are probably not necessarily healthy, right?
No, absolutely
so we all agree.
But some people are lightweights. Like, it'll take couple of puffs and then you're gone completely.
Oh, and I've seen that. Yeah, where people are just like,
for some people, they're like, I take a couple of puffs, I feel fine, everything's great.
I will say this though. I will say this as somebody, because I was nervous about stopping weed. I was nervous about stopping weed, and I was one I was smoking every day. I was taking edibles every day. I was smoking all the time. And I was like, so I'm going to stop for a couple of weeks. The first 2 or 3 days were definitely a little weird, maybe the first week. But I will tell you one thing. It was absolutely nothing compared to stopping drinking. Like, not even remotely in the same ballpark in terms of withdrawals, in terms of that kind of stuff.
So what kind of shit with stopping drinking? Like, you have trouble sleeping?
It was, just anxiety, constant anxiety, constant. I had a little bit of that when I stopped smoking, but
damn.
Because here's the thing, like, it's funny how even weed still, people go, yeah, you're too much of a stoner, but it's like, it's just we still have this weird blind spot for alcohol where it literally has to be everywhere, at every party, every time you go somewhere. It's like, I get it. It's a lubricant and stuff like that. But like, and maybe
not just that, but it's legal, so you can just get it from wherever you want.
Yeah. So people
think weed though in a lot of places now,
and now it's becoming the same thing. Now it's becoming the same exact thing as alcohol, where it's like, it's got to be, everyone's got to be doing either one or the other or both. I guess it's just funny.
Hey guys, this is the point of the show where I got to piss, so you keep talking, and I'm going to do my thing. I'll be right back.
So am I wrong? I mean, I'm not trying to jump off the subject, but am I wrong that I think it was like meth or something is now legal in Oregon, or it was thinking they were thinking about it.
They made it legal for a couple of years, but then they voted it off. They voted it off.
Okay.
Like around 2020, it was legal. Then I think they rescinded that in 2024.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Who was on? Not on meth, but they had to be on like acid or something to vote that one in, because meth is not a good thing to legalize.
Well, it's already legal anyways with Adderall. I mean, that's the same thing. So.
Well, no, I absolutely agree with that. It's,
but you're right. It's regulated and stuff like that.
But let's not legal. No, meth should not be legal. I am a big libertarian in a lot of ways, but I've seen enough of meth that.
Well, it's all laced with fentanyl now too. And in my day, the meth I used to get. No, literally was that we would never. God, if I think about all the people that are hooked on that shit, and it's because half of it's this fucking fentanyl shit mixed with.
Well, meth also destroys part of your brain that you can't get back, and it's very disturbing that you start off liking it because it makes you feel good, but it actually at the end, meth heads. I never really did it, but I have a couple of family members who did pretty severely, and I have a nephew who was born addicted to meth. So I have a kind of a personal stake in that. And so,
I know how terrible it is. Believe me.
And they basically, when you get to a certain point, you are doing meth not to get high. You are doing meth to be almost at the functional low. Like just to get to that, oh my God, this is functional for me. Not like the high that it was when you first did it. And so it's really destructive. And God knows how many chemicals you put in your body and how many explosions from meth labs and crazy shit. It should never be legal. In my opinion,
there was brown meth and green meth and orange meth and pink meth and white meth and clear meth and
you got ice, you got
all sorts of shit when I was stupid and young and did all that dumb shit. But I'll tell you one thing about meth that the funny thing
you did all of that.
I've done meth.
No, I'm saying like all the different colors and flavor or whatever.
There are different colors and flavors because you got it from different people every time. You didn't get it from the same person. At least that back then it wasn't really. I mean, there was a bunch of shit in it, but it definitely wasn't like fentanyl. It's the same crazy shit as this.
And it's not like I flirted with Coke. That was my thing, and then I realized, I like this too much, and I saw a cokehead in their fifth couple. It was a husband and wife in their 50s, and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to be like that.
It turned me into a hypochondriac. It totally made me anxious. However, I will say this. I'm big into like philosophy and that kind of thing. I like thinking about existence and that kind of stuff. And boy, I wrote some shit on there that I literally live by today. Like it's literally a philosophy of my life. Like my whole I literally wrote for 8 hours at a time, and I've been actually re-exploring all of it lately. And it's been incredible. So it's an interesting thing that you can say, oh, it's terrible for you. But I mean, I was in such a state when I was on that. My hands would cramp up from writing.
Well, I would say that from cocaine. I was
good old Stephen King.
Good on coke. It wasn't like Coke for me. Wasn't you'd write a song and it wasn't like you drinking and you go, this song is great. And then the next day you listen, you go, oh my God, let's throw that in the trash. It was amazing stuff I did on Coke. I sharpened up my language skills. Like this is a trip. Like I could walk almost like a sighted person. It's my hearing, my senses were so sharp on it that's why I loved it, because I was sharp on that shit. But I also saw that if you keep doing it, you're not going to be the sharp person. You're going to be the twitchy person. So,
so it has negative effects too.
Or you're going to be the completely anxious hypochondriac.
Right.
As a panic attack.
And you drop weight and you don't, but when I would do it,
well, not just that, but
Max remembers. Yeah.
But like there's a combination of Coke, and I'm probably sure you've done it. There's a combination of Coke and alcohol that has a very weird effect.
It's called speedball. Yeah, it's called speedball.
Speedball is Coke and heroin. Or speed and heroin. Yeah.
I thought it was alcohol and Coke or something like that, or alcohol and meth or some kind of weird shit.
No, that's a heroin combo.
Yeah.
Well, hey, so we talked about drugs, we talked about alcohol, but I think now we got to talk about pussy. Okay, because now I have a person that's related to me.
Alrighty then.
I'll show you where.
Well, I was interested in what you were going to finish with, though, Louie, and then we can talk about pussy.
Okay,
you cut him off.
Sorry,
and
man.
Then we'll get back to pussy.
Okay,
it's all
finish
good.
your thought.
It's all good.
Okay, all right.
No, there's this weird thing with alcohol and cocaine that even in the literature that basically says that like it's like the sum of the two things. You would think that they would kind of like cancel each other out. One's a stimulant.
No, they do not.
One's a depressant, but it does not work like that.
Because alcohol is actually initially a stimulant, though. It is a depressant, but it causes derivation.
Yes.
So because it causes derivation, that's where people get the red face. So that's why initially people will think drink it to get warm, because you do, but derivation causes you to get cold after a while. So there's that where when you're on Coke, what happens is you don't ever have a chance to, you will drink beers like they are ice water. You can just pour them down.
Very similar with meth. You can drink.
Same idea. You just boom, 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 boom.
Or weed on meth. It's like, fuck. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's the same idea. Like you'll be like, how did I drink a 12-pack? And and you will. You'll just take it down. So you're right. It does not. They don't cancel each other out. In actuality, alcohol makes it heightens it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
all right, now
we're back to pussy.
Okay, now we're back at pussy.
Well, it's the same thing. It's addiction.
Because I have
it is another addiction. It is an addiction.
And this is where I'm going.
It should be illegal
with this, y'all. This is where I'm going with this.
So we should not. We should not make that illegal. No.
I have a.
I will not take it that far. No.
I have a relative, somebody who's related to me, who Cruise Control probably knows who I'm talking about, but. I went and had dinner with them and a friend last night, and we had a good time, and we're hanging out. It was like a bar restaurant, so I'm having beers there and we're chilling. Well, he was talking about going down to First Friday downtown, and I'm like, well, why would you want to go down there, man? I was like, they're all normies. You don't like normies. You don't like all that artsy fartsy shit. Why are you going down there? And he's like, because there's women down there, and I'm just like. So even though it's shit you don't like, you need pussy so bad, you're so pussy dependent that you need to go to something you don't want to do just for the sole purpose of getting pussy.
That's ingenuity. He's using his brain. He's thinking,
Man, I mean, I don't ever do things that I want to. I mean, hey, I like pussy just as much as the next man, but I'm not going to do stupid things to get it. You know what I'm saying? Or go to things that I don't want to go to.
You are in a vast minority, my friend.
Well, and what is that? Are there women? Are there women that behave that way? That like,
of course,
there are, and they won't admit it.
Wow.
No,
absolutely, there are, and they would never admit it.
What it really is that the person we're talking about bases their self-esteem around how much they get that.
Yeah.
So therefore, they will do whatever it takes for them to get that, to bolster their self-esteem, even if it's something that they don't really want to do,
right?
Because they don't actually want to have to. It's like because what is he going to do? He's going to go down there and he's going to it's the same thing with the country music when dressing up as a country.
Oh yeah, dressing as cowboys. Dressing
as a cowboy when he listened to death metal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right,
yes.
Right.
Yes.
So what is called compromising?
Compromising who you are just for the sole purpose of getting laid. And it's like that's so. I mean, like I said, I will never do anything I don't want to do just to because that's not that important to me. I'm like, especially now, I'm like, I don't give a shit. But for him, I guess apparently
it's funny that was 20 years ago that he was doing this, and
here it is 20 years now.
Same thing is going. Like, did he literally say, "I got to go down this thing. I don't want to do it"? Like, or does he?
No, he didn't say that. But I kind of was asking him. I said, "Dude, that doesn't really sound like you're kind of seeing." I said, "There's a bunch of normies down there. You don't like that?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah."
What's normies?
Oh, well, people that are just like trendy and like,
okay.
normal people basically that aren't like my brother.
Yeah, the people that he scoffs at.
Basically, he looks down his nose at those people.
So he's going to those. He's going to hang out with those people to find the person that he wants to actually spend his time with and get involved with again. So that's
real smart. Like,
so is he going down? Here's the question: is he going down for pussy? Oh, that actually is an interesting sentence. Is he going to?
Was he going down for pussy?
Is he going down for pussy?
And maybe so. No, but anyway, what was he
going down for schwa?
What was the other part?
Is he going to that place? The event.
To get pussy.
Is that what you call it? The event?
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
So is he going there just to get pussy, or is he going there to get a relationship for more dependence on a relationship? Ultimately,
I think it's probably pussy that he hopes to work into a relationship.
Because there's a difference in that. Like there's the people that go to. I'm going to go to the art show. Well, you hate art. Yeah, but this bitch is fine. I want to fuck her. Versus. I'm going to go somewhere where I can find a woman or a man if it's a, whatever the situation is.
Whatever the situation is, yeah.
Because I had a former roommate who every time she broke up with a guy was talking about, I'm so happy to be single again. I'm like, wait till a week from now. You're going to find a boyfriend.
Yeah. And she did.
And she was hot stuff. She was model pretty. And so she always found the perfect guy. And I'm like, give that 5 weeks, because then all of a sudden he wants to go play pool. Well, he does pool tournaments. You knew that going in, right? Yeah. So it's like there was always this new relationship. So she was going out not to find pussy, but to find dick. But she wasn't doing it for the sex. She was doing it for the relationship.
You know what? And I think that's a good point. I think the sex... What do you think there, Cruise Control?
I think he wants to believe that it's about the sex, but if he actually got a girl that was actually had sex with, it would become a relationship.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think he would like to work it into a relationship.
He wants to think that it's, I'd be going down and get some girl for sex. But the moment he gets the girl for sex, they start dating, and then it's a relationship.
It's my girl.
Because if he wanted to get just straight up pussy, he could go do that other places.
Oh yeah.
But it's that, but it's.
But I don't think he'd be happy doing that. That's the thing. I think, he could fuck a bunch of different chicks, but I think
that's what I mean. Yeah, he's
somebody that he can
control,
somebody that he can control and be like she listens to
and
me.
If it's a relationship thing, well, it's just I just thinking outside the box.
I don't think he differentiates like that. He doesn't differentiate like that. I'm telling you. And Cruise Control and I know.
What's outside the box? I'm thinking outside the box.
Oh, there we go. There's another one.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way. I'm not sure.
Bad.
I'm not sure how many one night stands he's had, but I know how many one night stands he's had that I've seen that the same girl's been around 3 months later.
Right, right. All of a sudden, this chick is part of the equation. All of a sudden,
because once there, then it's somebody there.
So he starts at the end game. Then he's starting, which is so many relationship problems. I don't judge people on how quickly they decide to have sex, like whatever. But there is something to when you see people have. Okay, but
of course, because you're a religious dude.
But, I might too, but no, I don't necessarily. But the thing is, what I do judge is when you think
Cruise
sex
Control is a religious dude.
Oh, I thought you said that, Louie.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, I thought you said.
But when sex is the basis for a relationship, and when you start it there, I think there's a problem. Oftentimes, more often than not. Sometimes I think things work. Like, wow, we really hit it off, and it was great. But the thing is, I don't think it happens that often.
Well, here's the deal. If I'll just say this, if a chick has sex with me on the first date, chances are I'm probably going to be like, this is nut bucket material. Like I'm not going to, try to make this my girl. You know what I mean? This is
because you have to ask the question, if it's you, who else?
Oh, yeah.
And for me, it's like this. It's like this is a personal thing for me. I take sex seriously. Yeah, I'm one of those people that actually like. I know what it does to me personally. Like when I'm intimate with somebody, I know how I feel about that person. So for someone to be able to do that, that's the type of person who would do a one night stand, like that kind of thing, is probably not the type that I would want
as your girl,
as my girl, because of the way I feel about it myself. Like,
right.
Because if I took it seriously and they didn't take it as seriously as I did, then I know I'm liable to get my ass hurt.
Yeah. So
and I'm not going to put myself in that position. I just don't think he thinks about that kind of thing at all. I don't think
of course not. It's just, hey, can I get some sex? All right. Then you want to be my girl. It's a very simple, and it's like, dude,
like to each their own. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't give a shit whether they do or not, but it's not something that I would
to just let you guys know what happened. I wound up not going. I just said, okay, well, and his buddy actually drove me home because it was like 11:30 or something. I'm like, hey man, I'm ready to go home, man. And plus I was kind of having fun flirting with the waitress chick. But yeah, so eventually his buddy drove me home, and I think he went home too. I don't know. I don't think he went down there. But it was just kind of a lame, like, why would you go do shit that you don't really want to do, and then with around people you don't like, just for the sole purpose of getting pussy? Like, that's, to me, just seems like
people do all the time.
Yeah, I know. I just don't understand why you wouldn't go somewhere that of things you find interesting, to meet people that you find interesting.
Right? Wouldn't you want to go to the gun range maybe? And like, oh man,
I mean, guys go to clubs all the time. You think they go because they like to dance?
And do you honestly think guys really? And I'm dating myself with this. I mean, because I don't know any of the modern people, but like, do they really want to go to the club and dance to Justin Timberlake? Probably not. Like, or Beaver or whatever.
No, they're going to look at girls in tight skirts. And
right.
Imagine meeting a girl who they're going to go, or go home with if they're into that, or going there to meet your girl.
To me, it's just a gag me situation. Like,
you're going to find something. That's what you're doing. You're just
absolutely.
It's. Yeah, I don't think guys are really into going and dancing at clubs.
Oh, I'm sure they aren't, but
maybe some of them think it's fun.
No, not really. Yeah.
In
the moment you get enough booze in them, they probably do. But
you got these Latin guys that just want to dance.
Well, one
like
time,
that
shit. Cruise Control and I were in our 20s. We did go to a club.
Well, that's we're not really a normal demographic, dude.
Well, that's true.
We'll never be a normal demographic.
But I guess that's the point. We were testing that out, and we went to this club, and we're like, "This ain't us, man. This isn't what we want." So we never went back to another club again. I was like, that wasn't our shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I remember having a friend. She's got three babies. They're all older now. The oldest is 5, but 3 kids, 2 dads. I only say it because the one dad, she already knew was a deadbeat by the time she fucked him and had the second baby. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. What was that about? Right.
So she had 2 babies from this guy she knew was a piece of shit. Basically.
Yeah. So life choices, not a strong suit for her.
I see that. Yeah.
And then the third baby met him at, I only know when they met because she had called me that night on some other thing. And she said, oh yeah, that's when I met so-and-so. And I'm like, you're moving in with him 5 weeks later. So baby by him, he took off before baby's born. Anyway, last year, I guess it was, maybe a year and a half ago, she says, I really want to go out dancing. I said, okay, well, that's cool. She's like, do you want to go? We could go to the city and go to a club. And I'm like, you don't want to go out dancing, because we could go dancing. We could take a Zumba class. We could do or we could go out dancing here.
Yeah.
There are places that you can dance in any bar. Right. You want to go to a club where the music is loud, where you can't have a conversation because you want to pick up a dude. That's basically what you want to do. And I said to her, I said, honey, this is last year. So I said, honey, we're 46.
Like, we're not
that's all I can
anymore.
Say.
That's all you had to say, honey. We're 46.
I mean, because she still looks beautiful. She's very fit. I think I look pretty good for my age. But the thing is, I'm like, it's not about can you pick up a guy. It's we're 46. Like,
right.
You got 3 kids. I actually have a better reason for going than you do because I don't have any kids.
That's funny. Hey, you know what? And that actually leads me to something else I wanted to talk about. Where, okay, me, you, and Cruise Control don't have kids. Louie does. Now, for me, I don't regret that. I don't know about you guys. I can't speak for that. But this whole thing of like people say, "Oh, I regret not having kids, and I didn't build my legacy." Why do I give a shit? Once I'm gone, I'm gone. You know what I mean?
I don't
like
know.
I don't give it.
I don't regret it because I don't think it's something that I don't really regret.
Right.
I just don't. I think like I said, I think at this time in my life.
Oh, at this point, no, hell no. You're 50. No. You're almost 50.
But it's different for everyone. And then again, though, I have who knows what's going to happen down the line in terms of technology and stuff like that. But
would you want kids? I wouldn't think you would, man.
No. I mean, the idea it sounds bad for me, but it's like pets for me.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't feel bad about it.
The idea of having pets is neat.
Right, neat. That's what it is. Cute.
But see, I understand what kids would do to me. It's like sex. If I had kids, they'd be they would be everything in my fucking life.
Right, they monopolize.
Yeah, it's the permanence factor, right?
It would be, and I understand what it is, and that's why I think that's when people go, well, you haven't really grown up unless you have kids, and I go, but
that's bullshit.
What if I'm wise enough to realize what they are actually entail when I have them? Because I understand that once if I had a kid, it'd be over. I wouldn't be.
What's it? I mean, and do you give that much of a shit about
over? That's the wrong word. Is not over. It'd be like my own personal life. What I'm doing with myself would take a back.
Yeah, it would cease to exist.
Right. All the improv, all the
improv, and all the ability to just come and go whenever you please. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I value that.
I agree.
And I think that there's nothing wrong with admitting that that certain people want that in their lives, and I think I'm better for everyone else.
I think it's a maturity thing, man. Like to be able to admit, hey, look, I wouldn't be good with kids. I don't want kids. That's I think a good thing, and it's
See, I think I'd be fucking amazing with kids. I think I'd be a good father.
I would get impatient. I would. Yeah, it would. They piss me off. But
it would be it'd be a full-time goddamn thing.
So totally. And I'm not crazy. I don't give a shit about I gotta grow my legacy. What the fuck do I care? When I'm gone, I'm gone. So I don't care. What about you, Koala? Be interesting to hear your take on this whole thing.
I don't regret not having them, but I would have loved to have had kids. Like it's the same idea. That's an interesting idea because I would have loved to have kids, but I don't go, oh, I really regret not because I never got married. I never, and I would have wanted to have a partner if I had children.
Of course.
I grew up in a home where that was the thing, and I grew up in a home that wasn't perfect, but my parents were both teachers. And so we had every Christmas vacation and Easter vacation back when we called them that, and summer vacation as a family. And so we, for better or worse, were very around each other all the time. And so I had a really good connection especially with my dad and my brothers and sisters and my mom. But what I see is my mom still has a daughter that she does enable her, of course. Right. She should not do that. But that bond is there. She can't let go. And so it's not about you raise them until they're 18 and they go to college. I literally could call my mom right now and say, I feel like shit. I've got the flu. She would offer to bring me soup. That is a 25-minute drive for her. She would do it. So I have to be really careful, and not every mom is the same, but the but I don't regret not having them. But I love kids and I would like to have had them. I think about that sometimes. Like I would have been, I think I would have been a good mom too. And I think one of my friends once told me the reason you'd be a good mom is the reason that you didn't have them, because you had the maturity to know I'm not going to have a kid just because I want a kid. I'm going to have one because, and I have, what I'll tell you is even with the dogs I've had, there are days I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with, like, my dog spends time over at a friend's house now.
Well, you did that when we came out there.
Yeah.
You had him sent to the friend's house. And I was like, where's
And
Vassar?
and he's here now and I love him to death, but there are times where I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I don't have to think about getting up, feeding him and taking him out, even though technically I could go back to bed afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't even have to think about it. So one thing that a client of mine said, who I love, he was at a party and his kid did something he shouldn't, and didn't mean to hurt a kid, but he did. It was accidental. The kid was like, she was climbing on him and he pushed her off and she fell, and so she got hurt. The parent, but long story short, it was a whole big fiasco. The thing you don't want at the party. And then his little boy comes up and he said, my heart hurts. He's like, it's because you pushed the little girl. He said, yeah. He's like, well, you could go try to be friends with her. So his whole thing was, he said, kids are the worst time you'll ever have and the best time you'll ever have.
Yeah. See, to me, it's very, it's almost barfy, like even when you told that story, I was just like,
no, because the thing is, he's like, it's when you see your kid do the right thing, it's so great. And then when you see your kid just fuck up, you're like, oh man, that's where he was trying to go with it, was just like,
well, and that's the other thing. I remember, I mean, I wasn't a bad kid, but I think I was a pain in the ass for sure. So I know I was a pain in the ass. Matter of fact, yeah, I will make that decree now. I felt I was a pain in the ass, so I don't want to deal with that again. So, that's me. Louie, you got kids. I'd love to hear your take on this shit.
Oh, so I would say there's so much that I could say.
Let's hear it.
I have a very strange situation. So for the past, I'd say probably like the past 15 years, I've been childless in a sense,
because your kids are grown, kind of thing.
Because my kid's grown, and so she's doing her thing. And so me and my wife are living the life of being like a childless couple. We have dogs. So what?
Right,
it's nothing, And so in a way, it's like, I know kind of both sides of the story in a way. Like right. I get it. Like, I love the fact that we can just go and not give a shit. Like the freedom thing that I was telling Cruise Control about.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, not having to be like, okay, well, let's make sure that the daughter has her bottle and her diaper bag and all this other.
Yeah, but there was a time you had to do that though. That you had to do your dadly duties, right?
Yeah, but you had to. It was almost like it was a force thing. You couldn't.
Of course, it was. Yeah,
couldn't just not do it. So it was almost like, oh well, you got to do it.
Right.
Otherwise, the kid's going to turn out like crap. So let's not do that. Let's not ruin her life because you want to be free as a bird,
Right. Yeah. Well,
so
that's it.
Yeah, it's and to be honest, I mean, my kid, she was born when I was 17.
Well, that's it. That's another thing.
Of course, that was, it was a, I guess you would call it a happy accident, but it was still an accident nonetheless. It wasn't.
That's crazy.
It wasn't like I purposefully was like, hey, let's have a kid together. Like,
right.
No, it didn't happen like that.
Well, and what's funny is shit. We were hanging out with you when you were a dad.
I know,
and as a kid,
and I didn't even know that I was a dad.
Wow.
I went to camp. I went to camp in '93, and my girlfriend at the time was starting to find out that she was pregnant,
having signs of being pregnant.
Yeah, she was like, something ain't right, and so she got checked while I was at camp, and it was like one of those like, we are not sure because she did not have her menstrual cycle. So like,
her little buddy was
we're
late.
kind of like we're in limbo right now. We don't
That's
know.
funny. That's funny. Like, you're at Camp Bloomfield going, I said a boom, shika boom.
Yep. Yeah. And meanwhile, your girlfriend's back home stressing.
You're making paper mache balloon masks and shit while your girlfriend's taking.
She's tripping out, going, shit, am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? And getting tests and all that other stuff.
That just shows you how crazy that shit is. Okay.
Well, and then you get to get home from camp after doing all that fun shit and going, by the way, I think I might be pregnant. You're going, oh, nigga.
Right.
You know,
the fun shit that like, for like
that's
10
what was
year
going
olds.
on. That's what was going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, man. That's some wild shit.
And that's why I didn't go back in '94 because the baby was already born. I was like, I'm not gonna go to camp. I'm not gonna be a camper while I got a kid back at home.
Oh, you could have gone to family camp.
That's funny.
There was family camp, you know.
That is
so
funny.
But wow, that's wild shit.
I think a lot of it has to do with me is also there's definitely a genetic aspect. Like my coloboma runs in the family, and I've been reading a lot more about it. If you look up something called Charge syndrome,
okay,
it's basically coloboma, heart, ear. It's like a whole bunch of different.
Oh, so it affects everything. A bunch of different shit.
A whole bunch of different things that affect that. Like, I got lucky. My eye, because I have coloboma. I have microphthalmia.
Oh, what's that?
Microphthalmia is my eye is the same size as it was when I was born. Basically, my eye was very small.
Oh, it didn't grow?
Didn't grow. That's why I'm blind on my left eye. That's why I used to have a prosthetic covering is because when I was younger, they didn't want the bones of my eye to grow together because my eye was small. So then I've got coloboma, which is a congenital disease, and they both are when your eye is formed, it's formed at the same time as your kidneys. And your heart and as your circulatory, a whole bunch of different shit.
So it could have affected your heart, your kidneys, and a bunch of other things.
I mean, obviously, also mental defects, mental retardation. So that definitely was definitely there.
Damn.
But yeah, like a whole bunch of different stuff could have happened. You know, like they didn't know what they had to monitor me, of course, when I was younger. But they didn't.
You could have been a literal bleatard.
They didn't.
Dude, you could have been a bleatard, man.
They didn't even know. They didn't even know what it was called. Hold on, let me see if I could.
Well, and the same with labors. You know, there's a lot with labors that I've researched over the last year.
So what is your labors?
I've labors amaurosis.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys, we found that out before. You guys talked about
That's
that.
That's right. Okay.
Hey, but you know what?
I forget who I have in common with and who I don't. It's weird.
When I did go get my vasectomy, I did have to play the blind card, because I was like 35.
Wow, we really.
I did. I had to play the whole. Well, I don't want my kids to grow up the way I did and have to deal with what I did. And actually, that was from coaching from my boy, because he was older and you know, he was in his 60s or 70s at the time or whatever. And he had a vasectomy, and he was like, dude, you're only 35. They're not going to do the surgery unless you play the blind card. And I'm like, God damn it, you know, which I didn't want to do. So I had to actually do the whole, yeah, man, you know, my blindness is hereditary and I don't want my kids to grow up the same way I did and deal with what I had to deal with. So I did this shit. But when I did it, it was just so amazing how quickly they were like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, we'll do the surgery.
Yeah.
So
it's funny.
So I had
my that was, you know, we're joking around about that, but that was actually a real concern of mine at first. I'm 17 and I don't know nothing about. I mean, I know a little bit about genetics, but I didn't know anything. And I'm like, what if she, you know, I think we didn't even know if it was a girl yet. Well, you know, what if the kid turns out, you know, if I'm talking to my girlfriend, I'm like, what if the kid turns out like me? And the cool,
I mean, hey man,
but the turned out the cool thing, but the cool thing that she said was, who better to raise the kid that has that than you? And I was like, touche.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, absolutely.
That is
like, that was
somebody who
pretty
actually has
awesome.
that disorder. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, now that she's my ex-wife, I mean, I don't really like her that much, but what she said there was pretty awesome.
Right.
I have to give her that credit for saying that.
Definitely made sense what she was driving at there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are definitely concerns with it.
Sure.
Too, and that's another reason that I didn't choose to have kids is because labors can go one way or another.
It can.
And the other is not pretty. And I've seen it. And I only had to see one child who had it the other way. And
wait, what are you talking about here?
Well, labors can affect the brain.
Really?
So yeah. So
that's why I'm a little psychopathic.
Well, no, but to where you can't, your IQ is either very high or you have almost nothing.
So you can be a complete tard. With
and when we talk about that, it's not a funny tard. It's basically a
vegetable
has
tard.
motor skills, but doesn't understand how to use said motor skills. Now, that said, there's a lot of probably newer information on labors that I don't have because because it's so all over the place. It's so rare. I'm even surprised to be talking to someone who has it. Right?
Yeah.
You do know it's more prevalent in Irish culture, so I don't know who was messing around on your side.
But, you never know. You never know.
Well, Mexicans and Irish do like to drink, so maybe that's what happened.
Someone was messing around somewhere.
Maybe I should start developing an Irish accent.
Was it a Mick-back?
There you go.
Mick-back.
But that's
sounds like a beer.
And things with the heart too, with that, because they looked into it with when I had my heart thing. They did look into it as a congenital cause because my lovely mom, did not tell me that could be an issue until I was in the hospital. She's like, well, that can affect the heart. Mom,
I didn't know that when you had your recent thing, the recent situation.
Yeah, I don't think it was that. I think it was a virus. But
you might have had a weaker heart that obviously could have been.
No, my heart is strong.
But it's interesting that your mom knew that. I guess the doctor told her that.
Yeah. She knows more about it than she really looked into it. I honestly didn't care because I had it and I didn't care about my eyes. She knows more about the eyes than any of us on this call because she's looked into it and worked with blind babies.
All our parents are.
She worked as a blind babies counselor. She worked with OT, like all kind of.
No, my dad, I mean, he told me much later in life to where I could actually accept it as okay, that's fair to think that way. But he was really pissed off when he had a second blind child.
Your brother?
He was like one blind child I can deal with. I can do it. I got it. I can muster through it. I can get it. I can do it. I can do it with
bleed tards.
Yeah, but two of them. Not even he would never call us bleed tards.
I know. I'm just being funny.
He thinks we're awesome as shit. Honestly, if you actually ask him, he's like, man, I don't know how these kids turned out so good.
I told you I met your brother, though, right? He was totally opposite you, but I did meet him.
Yeah. So he's opposite me, but he does have similar. Just because, and I'm not trying to say this in a rude way or a mean way, but he's very easy to mold, and so he's got some of my dad's qualities, some of my qualities, because he kind of he can easily just get.
He's a very carefree type dude. That's what I noticed. Like when
well,
I met
Steve
him.
and I were opposites. And he was born before, big time in how we did things.
Really? I mean, I didn't see that side, but from what I saw, I was like, okay, well, he was kind of more of a partier for sure. Well, then again, so were you, but
no, in that he was afraid to try things. He was very afraid.
My brother was too.
Yeah, he was afraid to try things. He was the first one born, and then so when I came along, it was like a hurricane because it's like, wait a minute, why'd she jump in the pool? She can't swim. Well, I figured that out real quick. Well, he
Right.
would just have trouble. My mom would have to get him to dip his toes into the pool.
Oh,
you know?
so he wasn't even tripping off he didn't want to get in the pool. He was so freaked out.
You had to, and then he was happy once he did, but she had to almost painfully get him to do
him
things.
into it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he would rock.
Whereas with you,
now I do remember the rocking. I do remember that because I used to trip out. I was like, oh shit, you rock, dude. You know, like. Yeah,
well, he would do that. He also had stimulation to the eyes, where sometimes people with labors are more tend to press their eyes.
The fingers in the eyes. Yeah.
Oh, fingers in the eyes.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time. Yeah, I used to do it all the time.
I do that.
Yeah.
I still do.
I still do it. Oh, yeah.
I catch myself occasionally. I caught myself the other day. I was like, God dog it. I still do it.
Well, I'll scratch my eyes and get kind of like, oh, shit.
Here's the thing though, as blind people, what a lot of us have done is like I said, is you weaponize your stimming.
Oh, yeah.
Like weaponize rocking, use it as meditation, breathing and that kind of thing.
Oh, no. I honestly think that I do it when I'm heavily concentrating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
Absolutely.
Mine is I
flow state.
braille with my hands.
Flow state.
Oh yeah.
We literally have a bona fide, almost guaranteed way of getting into flow state. Blind people, visually.
Right, because it's our way of thinking, and we kind of vibe out when we're rocking.
Like you start rocking. That's why I can rock for hours. I
don't rock
for fucking.
Yeah, I don't either.
I did, and I will if I'm like listening to music or thinking about something. And I'm
I can literally sit and I get in a flow state, like a trance state, because I'm basically stimming myself. But like, let's say you're in a car. Do you guys when you're in a car or in a vehicle, do you guys zone out and get like
fuck yeah, all the time? And people used to, what used to piss me off, and I think it pissed you off
because we don't have the visual distraction,
right? But you know what, people would do this. You're pretty quiet back there.
Oh God! And you're like, yeah,
fuck you. Leave me alone.
It's literally your mind, your brain, your what is it called? Your motor skill, basically. Your mind firing up, going, oh God, give me that stim. Yeah.
So that's what it is. So you're in the zone, and then some dumbass goes, hey, you're pretty quiet back there.
Your brain is wired to have sight. It's literally made to have sight. So when it does,
I believe
regardless of whether you're blind or not, it will adapt to you not having sight.
Here's a trip. Here's something really interesting about that. I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but there's a situation called the writing reflex that happens in the spine. Okay. And everybody who sits at a computer or looks down.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling us that.
Yeah. So your brain will actually still do it.
Yeah. So when you're thinking, you'll start looking down.
When you stand up,
you automatically
your brain cues your eyes to lock your head back.
Yeah,
to go straight.
It's weird because when you talked about that, I tested it out and I was like, yeah.
So what seems about right? Because when I was a kid, my teachers used to be on my ass all the time. They'd always say, put your chin up, open your eyes.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Like they were on my ass. I remember I had teachers that would tap my chin if it was dropping, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I do the opposite sometimes. I'll stare at lights. I'll just be like, whoa, light.
They should have tapped the back of your head just at the base of your skull. But the point is, like, everybody who looks down will try to look up with their eyes when they stand up, even if they can't look. And so what happens is people's necks will lock because they're all of a sudden pulling their head into extension without their neck coming back. That's why. Yeah. So then they get the headaches, and almost everybody does it.
That's interesting.
Because when they're looking at computers and shit. So when blind people still do it. And one way that I know,
especially people like me in cruise control who like kiss the screen to look at stuff.
You would do it. Or people who are blind who have bad posture. Their brain still tells them, put your eyes straight when you stand up because you're in movement. When you're in movement, your brain doesn't give a shit what you do when you're not in movement with your eyes. But when you're in movement, your brain cares, and it's gonna actually want you to go straight ahead.
See, I never even thought about this shit. This is crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is the spinal biomechanics shit.
well, just like when you rock or whatever you do, like let's say you do rock and you do move a lot. It's literally what is it? What is it called? It's vestibular movement.
It's a vestibular, and it actually works with punch drunk boxers and in Traeger and so a lot of these different somatic movements where it actually causes the brain to go realign, like the synapses connect differently. So when you have someone who has a scramble, rocking is a great therapy, and that's why babies like it, because it evens them out. It calms.
That's what. Okay. Wow. This is some fascinating shit, guys.
Well, combine that with synesthesia, which a lot of actually almost I think like every visually impaired person, maybe even every blind person, has a bit of synesthesia, which is basically cross wiring of your sensory organ. So when you got that and you're mixing that with this rocking sensation or whatever you do, like maybe for like you said, it's poking yourself in the eye. That's stimulus. Or maybe there's something you do.
I actually rock when I stand. I'm just actually realizing.
Yeah,
I actually my you've seen it, because my torso, I'll go. I just very gently sway.
Because
my ex-wife used to say, "You're swaying again."
So she call you
because just to see, because I would always try to be like, hey, if I'm doing something that's abnormal, talk to me. Let me know.
Let me know what's going on.
But
it was
like that.
It feels again because it feels good. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling.
Yeah.
Well, like I play with pins. That's my thing. I'm just sitting here right now. I'm playing with a little wood.
You got a little ADHD then.
Well, I don't know if it's that, but it's my brother called it digital gratification. Like it feels good to beat my nails with.
That sounds a little funny to me.
I guess the difference is that we're
I play with and cruise control knows I used to play with phone cords and fucking
and
remote controls.
Right on.
Anything long and thin.
yeah, exactly. It was my thing. Well,
wow. So 10 years. So should we do music tonight or not, or do we want to worry about that? Do we have
I like music.
Well, what do you want to do? What are you thinking?
I don't know. We got the 10-year anniversary. We don't want to do 2015 because that was
garbage ass.
That was already ass. Music was already ass in 2015. Unless you want to try seeing what songs were big in 2015.
I bet you we won't recognize any of them, but
I don't think we would recognize any of them.
That's scary.
2005. I don't even know what would. Oh God, we're getting old.
Yeah, there might be some things, but I think there was a point where we just stopped listening to what was popping. Like we didn't know pop music like we did.
I am kind of curious about 2015, though. I gotta say, there's part of me that's
let's see.
Oh,
it's the part of me that it's like when people look at auto accidents. Right?
Careful playing music though too, because we got a not a copyright strike, but we got dinged last video because remember we were making the comparison of Janet Jackson's "Let's Wait a While" to
wow.
American
you guys only played
a
small clip of that though.
That's all it was, but we got a fucking hey, just so you know, you can't monetize this video, which we don't.
Not that you're trying, but being stricken like three times, it says 3 strikes you're outlaw, right?
No, not necessarily. They said it's not a copyright strike, so you're okay. But they just basically said you can't monetize this video. So
I like the controversy.
But here's the cool thing about this. This time around, I won't be the only one being like, I don't even know that song. Right. You guys might actually be in the same boat as me this time.
I'm thinking we will be. We're like, what? Okay. Huh?
Well, we're not going to listen to them because like I said, we don't want to get a copyright strike. So
but you can tell us. You can throw a song our way.
I'll just do the top 5. So this is the top 5.
Oh man, only the top 5.
We'll go.
Because we won't know a good majority of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, we'll do an additional. How about maybe 9 or 10 here?
Do 10, man. Do
10 for 10 years. 10 for 10 years.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
Okay, so all right, so oh my God. All right, so one of the main ones is Justin Bieber. What do you mean?
I don't know that one.
What do you mean?
I know.
What do you mean? No,
I know Justin Bieber, but I don't know that particular song.
I don't know that one at all.
Then
of course not.
Then there's I Can't Feel My Face When I'm With
You.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Weekend.
okay. That's an all right song. That's Weekend. Yeah. Okay, all right.
He can't sing. He cannot sing live though.
Oh, really?
So the Super Bowl, I almost said the World Series. Jesus Christ, I'm a sports idiot.
Go Dodgers!
No, the Super Bowl in 2021. Mm-hmm. So it would have been the 2020 Super Bowl. The weekend was the halftime.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Yeah,
interesting.
I remember.
It was a mess.
Being awful.
It was a mess.
So he's an attitude guy.
What sucked is I was going for Kansas City, and I was just like, oh, I'm so done with this because they were like getting blown out by Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And so even when I was watching the weekend and all that, I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm sure it was pretty awful.
Oh, it was very bad. It was very bad. Dude can't sing. He's worse than Taylor Swift live. Terrible.
Oh, she's bad too.
She can't do live. No.
Really? Okay, I've never heard her live, so I could.
I only heard her live because I heard her before she was big. She was opening for somebody I happened to be going to see in Chandler, Arizona. So, and my brother turned to me and said, "Jeannie, she can't match pitch, right?" I'm like, "No."
Funny thing is, Taylor Swift had a big hit that year. Was actually from her first pop album. It was Blank Space.
Which one is that?
I don't know. When trying to play, when they just say fuck it and try to play it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Blank Space. I don't remember that one. I remember Trouble.
I mean, I already told the world
trouble.
She sucks, so I don't know how much more trouble.
Is this a number 9? What number is this in the countdown?
This is just like one of the big hits.
Okay. All right.
Blank Space.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the hell.
Hopefully it's still. I'm still.
Are you still share? I didn't see you unshare, but that could.
Can you hear it?
No.
Oh
wait,
yeah.
Oh yes. We got it.
We got it.
Yeah, I've never heard that song.
I don't know that one.
God,
you can shut it off. You can shut it off.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I don't know that one.
Wretched.
All right, how about this one?
Take
me to church. I'm looking
who is that guy?
That's Hosier. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but the song sucks.
Yeah, take me. You don't like that. I could not. How could you not like that song?
Remember that guy? I'm not sure. Take me to church and I'm fucking on a blog and walking the line.
Wait, is there somebody else on that with him though?
No, it's just Hosier.
Hosier.
Really?
I know that name, but
take me to church.
He's got a good voice.
I've never heard of that.
Take me to church.
I have no idea what.
There's a song called "Cheerleader" was number 4.
Who's that by?
By OMI Cheerleader. Felix.
Wait a minute, did you skip some? Because it seems like we went through the list.
I think you may have. Yeah, you may have jumped a few. Like
I'm
from
not
9.
I'm not really looking at a top.
He's 10 just sort of going.
Just kind of jumping.
He's riffing.
Kind of like.
Okay.
Well,
whatever.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's go to the top 10. So the Hills. The Weekend had 2. Earned It and the Hills were 9 and 10 by the Weekend.
Oh, Earned It from Shades of Grey.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, number 8 was "Watch Me" by Silento.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Blank Space by Taylor Swift.
Wait a minute, isn't Watch Me Whip? Watch Me Nay Nay. Isn't that what that is?
Oh, is that who that is?
Watch me.
Is that who that is? The Watch Me. Is it those guys?
I can fucking see.
I bet you it is.
Watch Me Nay Nay.
Watch Me Whip. Watch Me Nay Nay. Yep, they used to play that shit at all the schools when we used to go do the events at the schools.
Hold on.
Watch Me Whip.
That's actually a good song. I can't deny that.
That's actually a pretty fucking annoying song, but
Yeah.
no.
Hey.
Oh, it is. It is just a different version.
You already know what it is.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Oh God.
Watch Me Whip.
That's no, I can't.
Watch me, Nene.
So actually, he got into some trouble after that, and now he's like, I think he's in jail now.
Now his name is.
What did he do? Did he whip it, Nene, too hard?
He whipped. He ripped.
Now he's very loud.
But what's really funny about that is that he did that. He performed that in like a high school.
Whoa!
Like he was a youngster, like 17, 16.
Right.
And he performed that in high school, and it just blew up. They were like, "That sounds good, man!" And he was like, and then they found some sort of producer to help him produce it, and bam, he was off to the races.
I just remember that song whenever we would do those school events, those like back to school fairs or the Safe Summer Nights. They'd always play that shit. Watch me. I'm like, oh God, this song again. All right, what's next, man?
It's fun. It's
Blank Space was so that was the 8th most song in 2015. That song right there was like the 8th best song. So number 7 was Blank Space from Taylor Swift. Number 6 was Shut Up and Dance with Me.
Oh yeah.
I hate that song so much. No.
It's okay.
Worse than Bruce. No, it's worse than Bruce Hornsby.
But it tries to be.
Yes.
It's funny because it tries to be 80s.
Shut
it tries to
up
have that.
and dance with me.
It has that 80s.
I don't know that one, but
I hate it.
Maybe I'll look it up later.
You would know it. You would know
but
it.
you hold me back when you see with me and throw me back. Shut up and dance with me.
Oh, okay. Shut up and
dance with me.
Okay,
scoopity boop.
Okay, I know.
That's funny. I know more of these songs than I know some of the other.
That's actually scary, man.
I'm surprising myself. I'm surprising myself here.
That's probably not something you should brag about there, Louie.
Right.
Anyway, all right, keep going.
I am very surprised.
You like some of them.
Yeah, you actually like them. That's scary
the
too.
Shut Up and Dance with Me is kind of dumb. It's kind of lame.
It's horrible song.
Yeah, it's lame. It's not Bruce Hornsby type hate, but it's
for me it is.
It's lame. It's not that great.
Hold me back.
Number
5 is a Maroon 5 song.
Oh
okay. No.
I like Maroon 5.
Is it the
moves like Jagger?
It's called Sugar.
Oh, Sugar. Yes, please.
Oh, get me down on my knees. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm glad.
Well, you changed the words,
once you said it, I'm like, all right, I got you now. Because at first I'm like, what the fuck song is that?
You guys know.
Am I the only one that thinks that Adam? What is it? What is his name? Damn it! I forgot his last name.
Levine. Is it?
Sounds a little faggoty.
Well, of course he does.
No, he does.
But he's still good. I like his music.
Even though I think he's probably straight.
No, I don't. I think he's bisexual or latent homosexual.
I don't even care.
And the reason I think that is every one of his songs is overtly. No, every one of his songs is so overtly sexual with sexual innuendo, even when they don't need to be.
Right.
I think he's latent. If he is,
maybe so.
Yeah,
maybe he's driving slow on Sunday morning.
I like their first. Their first album was pretty good. They had a couple songs after that were
Sunday morning and stuff.
Sunday morning was dope.
Good. Yeah, but even he always works a way to be explicitly sexual into a song.
Oh yeah, there's sex in that song too. Yeah.
There's
sex
fine.
What's the one that we like to tell me this is goodbye or whatever? Tell me it's goodbye. That had the 80s vibe. It kind of had like an 80s vibe.
There's some good stuff he does, but he's almost too
sexual,
trying to be too sexual about women. That I think he's either bisexual or he's latent homosexual.
Well, and that's what I used to think about Prince. I used to think that about Prince. Like,
absolutely.
But Prince,
there's no question. Yeah,
he's a gender bend.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, not my mind. Okay, so next up is I don't even know that song, but you guys knew it, so I'm not looking at that. So next is Trap Queen by Fetty Wap.
Oh, Fetty Wap. Okay, I've heard of Fetty Wap, but I don't know the song.
I do not know what that is.
It's probably very
it's going to be off. We're going to have to listen to it, aren't we?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think we have
because
to
I
listen
have
to it.
no
It's
clue
probably
what
very
that is.
presages.
Nah, we're gonna do it anyways.
Okay, it's presages, but I'm sure
we're probably gonna get a little boopy doop, but we're gonna get it anyways already. So here we go.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Rap Queen.
So Fetty Wap, I've heard of Fetty Wap. I have heard of Fetty Wap, but I
oh man,
don't
it's the
listen
same
to his
stupid
music.
ass video. Yeah, Jesus Christ,
same kind of shit.
And this is like one of the best songs of the year.
RGF production.
This literally had.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
I do
Louie,
not like
he
these.
sounds like he sounds like a Presages version of the "Come On Eileen."
That couldn't have been.
That
could not have been the top 4 song. That I cannot. It has to be a different one.
That
I
was in
just
there, dude.
don't like those kind of songs, man. I don't know. People are just like so into that, and I'm like,
I can't feel it. I can't feel it either. It's like
I feel like he just got rescued out of drowning. And he's like, I can breathe now.
I didn't get my mouth up a dick.
All right, this is some choreography.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is this his video?
No, I'm just trying to make sure that's the right song, because that song can't be number 4 for that year. Is that really that bad?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Next, that's what people were listening to. They were loving that.
And that was 10. Next
and
is
they still do.
Next is Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. See You Again.
Oh.
I think Wiz Khalifa.
Puth.
Charlie Puth.
He did a couple of songs. See, the thing is, his voice is shit, and it's so. I hate his voice, but he does get occasionally some songs that I like, which I hate too. But yes, it's annoying. It's very annoying. But he's kind of like this. He's almost like a poppy. It's like that John Mayer type thing where they think they have to be all breathy.
Oh yeah.
Good to your body.
Okay.
Your body is a wonderland.
Body is wonderland.
God, your body is a wonderland. Seriously, John.
Wait, man.
Stop it.
Hey, that's so. Body's Wonderland.
That's actually an all right song. I like that one better than.
No.
What's that one? I want to run through the halls of my high school.
I want to scream
at the top of my lungs.
Oh,
no, his best song is Forgiveness. No, is
Gravity.
There's a couple of Gravity. There's a couple of good
Gravity's
songs.
all right. Gravity. See, that's why I get annoyed with him.
Paper Dolls is a great song.
Paper Dolls is good.
The one You're never gonna win the war. You're never gonna stop the world.
Okay.
What you're fighting. I forget what the name of that song is, but it's a really good song. But anyway,
that's good too. But he just needs to stop the other ones and go away. That is
Wonderland.
Say what you need to say. That one drives me nuts. I'm like,
Koala. Wait, guys. Koala's a wonderland.
Oh, we'll have to do that next show.
I lose my every time.
Ain't that a bitch?
Well, I do what I can.
Next is, so we don't know what Wiz Khalifa featuring. You want to hear it? Should we try it? We should try to find it. Let's find it.
Let's find it.
All right,
because we gotta find it.
Why not?
Right, it's See You Again, Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa. It probably has that Presages feel to it too. So just be prepared.
What do you call it?
Presages. So it's like basically a guy who was in Presages, like he's been in prison and his asshole's full of jism. Like he got turned out in prison. He's like,
oh my god! I was wondering. Thank you for asking that.
Matter of fact, I will have to show you at some point.
No.
I want to drink his AIDS.
Oh, here it is. Oh, I think I remember this song.
No,
it's been a long day.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yep.
I always thought that was what's his face?
Okay.
I thought that was Sam Smith.
With me? It was on some TV show or some shit.
I actually do know that song.
Shit, guys.
Okay.
This song has 6,837,200.
You just added one
You
more
just added
to that,
one.
dude.
You just yep. You were one right there.
You know what number one is, guys, though? Or number two is number two is Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
Oh, another Ed Sheeran. Oh boy. Okay.
I think that's the one where it's like I don't know. It's
yeah.
do you want to listen to Ed Sheeran or not?
Ed Sheeran, which one is that?
All right, Thinking Out Loud. Let's find it.
Is that
I liked a couple of his things, but then
put your hand on my beating heart or whatever the fuck is that? That's
we'll
not
find
the one.
out. We'll find out. God,
we found love right where we are.
Oh God.
You're talking about
that one?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
So having said that, though, some of his shit's good though. I like
some of his shit is good, and then it got way off the track.
Like the one he did. Don't mess.
Yeah,
with
that's the one that stole from Marvin Gaye, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's right. That's right.
Right.
Your legs don't work like
It is the song. It is.
Yeah. Let's get it on.
And I can't sweep
Right,
you up.
right.
Oh, this is baby. Put your hand on my beating heart.
Will your mouth still?
I know, but it's the sound the same as Let's Get It On.
Yeah.
Okay,
we can't do that because then we're gonna get. In
Oh yeah,
trouble.
well we're already gonna get flagged, so fuck it. You know,
Probably.
they're gonna flag us anyway.
And the
Who
number
gives-
one song of 2015 is
Bruno Mars.
Yes, you knew that.
Which
Uptown
one?
Funk.
24 Back Carrot Magic.
Hometown Funk.
Uptown Funk.
Uptown Funk. Okay, we
Uptown
know that
Funk.
one.
Uptown
Everybody
Funk.
knows that
Yeah.
song.
I kind of like, hey,
Call
there's nothing wrong
police
with that.
at the fire.
Yeah,
Man,
it
I
wasn't
like that
bad.
one
It
too,
wasn't
but
bad.
No, it was a
I
good.
like it
It
too,
was
but
no.
it's-
It was a good song for what
it's
it was.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was annoying as fuck after a while, but
well, just because
Yeah,
they played it so much.
I mean, if you don't, so here's the problem with me is that I never really listened to the radio, but like my wife will get into some certain things, right?
So you'll hear
and
it.
so she won't play it out. I mean, sometimes she does, but she won't play it out to the point where I'm like, I'm so sick of that song. So then whenever I hear Uptown Funk, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty all right. But I could see like if you heard it all the time, you'd probably be like, oh my gosh, not again.
Well,
you
okay,
know?
like,
yeah,
okay,
and it did happen every spin class, every.
See,
for me, okay, like 24.
See, that's what you
Magic,
get for going to spin classes.
I worked at a goddamn gym.
I like 24 Karat Magic though. That one never gets old for me. I can kind of jam to that.
Magic.
24 Karat in the end.
No, the one I like is Chunky. Chunky's good.
Oh, Chunky. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Chunky.
Yep. Okay. I have that album actually. I like it. It's
He's
good.
got some good stuff. Yeah.
He does. Bruno Mars is dope. I like Bruno Mars. So
he's got that new song that's overplayed already. That's been like for this year. The one with Lady Gaga.
Oh, shit. I know what you're talking about. It's they can't remember the name of the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Chunky is a jam. You're right. That is a badass song. And then what's the other one?
There are some that I absolutely hate though that he does. That the one I just want to marry you. No, that needs to be thrown in the trash.
No, I like the one he does.
I fell on a grenade with you. Oh yeah, that one.
That's
the grenade one. No.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
So
right,
the one I think it's called Paradise. Is that what it's called?
No. Let's see.
Down.
Oh yeah, I've been locked out of heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one.
So does anybody?
That beat is banging.
I know. Does anybody also think that they stole that guitar track
from
the police?
Yep.
Oh,
it has a police.
That's the first thing I thought too.
It has a totally police sound.
That's what I thought too when I heard it. I was like, what was the one?
I was like, dude, that is totally police.
That's what I feel too. I feel like it was Sting and the Police. Yep.
Yeah, but which song would it have been? I don't
know.
think so.
I think it was Roxanne. Was it Roxanne?
Yeah, like all they had to do was sample it just a second. You know what I mean? Like just to take a second of it and then just make it their own.
Like even his vocal style sounds like Sting on that song.
Almost like Sting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like,
That's a ripoff.
Are there any permission things going on here? Are there any like royalties going on? Because
and maybe that's
totally police.
That's something we should look up. Like, did the police? Was there ever a legal issue? Because I mean,
because I remember when I first heard it, I said, stop it for a second. I was talking to my wife. Stop it for a second. I was like, that's totally the police, and she was like, huh?
The one it's like is the I know what song it's like that. I can't stand losing. I can't. Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand
Maybe
losing.
I think it's that one.
It was that one, or is it Roxanne?
I don't know.
No, Roxanne is like.
All I know is. Yeah, but
what I'm saying is, little reggae.
But what I'm saying is, just the guitar itself. You could take a sample of it, even if it was Roxanne. You could take a little piece, like, just take that.
Right.
And then use it as a sample to make it whatever you want.
I think it's I can't stand losing. I'm gonna have to check that.
That little riff, because it's
Roxanne.
Right.
He gets really annoyed. He gets really annoyed with Roxanne throughout the song. It gets more.
He does.
Because at first he's like Roxanne. You're like, okay, then as it goes on, Roxanne.
Like he extends that motherfucker. Like he's pissed now.
It's one of my favorite songs. That's like a B track that nobody really ever pays attention to. It's called "Murder by Number."
Who's that by?
Ooh. Yes.
It's Sting the Police. It's on the Synchronicity album.
Oh, really?
It's like the last song on the album.
Huh.
And it is pretty. It's just pretty, like, especially when I was into like that psychotic rap kind of stuff that I was into.
Oh, when you were Lucifer.
It's a good song.
It really is a good song. You're like,
damn.
That's good.
That's crazy.
Murder by Numbers.
Okay.
Very underrated song.
Wow.
You gotta listen to it.
Damn. Well, guys, I think this has been our 10-year anniversary.
Man, 10 years of doing this. You guys have been on for 3 years now, I think. Like 3 years.
Something like that. Probably even 4.
Maybe.
Might have been. I think, Louie, you might have been, because you were here longer than Koala, I believe. When we first started with the shrink wrap, remember?
Yeah.
So
we'll have to find that and find when that next anniversary is.
An old school ass shrink wrap. Yeah, I want to say it was during the summer at some point. I think
or 2021.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like summer 2021, something like that.
So I came on 22.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but you don't actually. You came in 2019.
Well, I came in
one time.
Yeah, and then 21 for the guide dog as an interview. 2 interviews.
Right. So you were
and
an interview.
Had an interview about guide dogs.
Yeah.
About massage. Cool. Actually, no. First, we were talking about
first was massage and healthcare. Yeah,
that's right.
And then you had a thing about guide dogs, and you guys talked about how you didn't like dogs and whatnot. And so I had to get on.
I want to listen to that one. That's cool.
Yeah. That was back. I think October or no, it was November 2021.
I actually have to give you a little bit of credit here. I've never learned so much about guide dogs until I met you. So,
well, that's it. I never knew shit about dogs either.
It's amazing. Like I was like, man, I know so much stuff because of what Koala has told me about guide dogs.
Yeah, she laced you on guide dogs, man. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So anyway,
so lovely, guys.
That note, guys.
Don't start.
Should we do a chat buster?
Don't start, stoner. Don't start, stoner.
I'll miss you guys.
Tip of my Mickey.
No, you know what? Actually, Koala never knew Chad Buster, but he was a kid that went to Bloomfield.
Chad Buster was
Chad Buster.
It was a fantastic name.
Retarded.
It's a very fantastic name, actually.
Oh yeah, big face. Slobber and boogers and
all of the
guys.
Oh, it was lunch meat, man. Let me tell you, you just put that on your sandwich.
Lunch meat. I don't even know where to go with that. We don't have to go anywhere because we're gonna go away. Because I'm Bruce Control,
and I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Louie Loke.
I'm Koala.
They're like, we ain't playing that fucking.
That's the story there. Decades upon decks. Decades.
Decks upon excruciating decks. Bitches. Peace.
We are nothing sacred. The nothing sacred thing crap. We are nothing sacred.